Wow, when you see you, we see. As a who, this all pro and ya, mania call, and son, wait to me, a beer. Mr. Wa, the Rum Eye Clinic, or hot the man, almost say, a contia, I will be to say cataracts, glaucoma, retina issues, diabetic and sickle cell related eye care, and many more. Intiano Penos, I'll say, you show in the mouth. Tanya Bear, Uncle Franny, be what ye pa, be what ye can. Any would dear any Ram Eye Clinic. It was Spintex Road, Basket Junction. Spintex Road, Basket Junction. Need glasses, they've got you covered too, okay? And Tiano Peno, Namwa, over to me alcohol from number way 0244 716 346 0244 716 347. Now, Feno, the Ram Eye Clinic and Kwabena. Time now for the morning sports. And my man. Yes. Roger, it's already seated for the morning sport. Man like Roger.
Good morning.
Man like Roger.
Good morning.
Good morning, baby. I'm
Adam.
Yeah. One of our favorite color, white.
Oh yeah.
White.
Black.
When you say can for at you may jai white t-shirt.
Oh, Debbie.
What's the white t-shirt? Funny when he saw my jai white t-shirt.
Food,
government money from Ken, or penny.
Food, yeah. Oko dominate TV, no, be we are
good.
So, by fufu, no, we also couldn't be able to say, Hanty white, good. What to mean, I say, what to mean, I say. All right, so El Clasico, neighbors, when Sunday on. Yeah, and Enra, 7 years I see for
Antoine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sansi for ma. Say there was bogos, you know.
Yes, and we are sitting. When is your time? Nobody can change.
Any city.
O brand so obi antumi nsisa.
Aside Manchester United went me and Shego.
On say won't kudu so nkan.
Every game.
On say won't kudu so nkan.
Kudu so Prah.
On say won't Thomas Partey nkan bi.
Aye. Kudu so dey apam the coach no kra.
Antoine Semenyo say on so no brainy.
Say ni menase.
Mo. Sana nyame ni niam.
Sana nyame na de. Edu baabi. Okọ Arsenal. Ko Crystal Palace.
Good.
Obi amfa no. Ma edu baabi kwa na abemu buye.
Mo.
Na school games through that. Eno nya Bristol Koye.
You understand?
And then we be a bem of Assisi. One of the best team of the whole world, City.
Man City.
Eka ho say hon wobo.
Good.
Ade bia ojiremu bo bonso a o making part or shego.
Beautiful.
Say no sa shego, san assist.
Good.
Na wakasa.
Ti de onimi e bia na yere ho ye.
Ai bibia wo ye bia.
Because onimi e o hwew.
Ai wo shasa heading. But the one ma be mu amu a.
Mo.
Ye sure say the don wo ti hey.
Good.
O ka say o ka wa ba kwase ba.
Ho!
Yes. It.
Ho encyclopedia.
About the obi there ba now they atoto there. Now they move on after.
And now no play Roger Atna see there. Na ya good emu sam no dey braye. Yanko Roger Honafe yanko for the morning sports. Roger, take us away.
Right, good morning, not pay a trust in so no job or support morning sports no ya trust in some of the latest I'm on region of the no ya bob and you pay a DM our Jumade no 17 and you wrote you know from the sports morake bote la ko fosu omunya teche man pay a trust in some no adi bro kama center na fenwa you give say to John Crofon close na fe yemfa latest in front to January we say English Premiership no games no kakra to me e pasuma uvremo it's yard stadium Manchester City at the Fulham Boma Poly Miensan Fulham Fontimi Anti Sagano Garania Bronte Afan Anton Salom Semenyo and now Wadi Kain Pusatana Eddie Emma City Pobokono and Retino Brontia Yafre Nicolas O'Leary one of Sejana now so a boss can go Edima City and Afia Brontia Yafre Ellen Broad Halat one also enya third goal at the Emma City Bobokono Emma Nyema said Timmy Konkain after sack game onim say another game and said Timmy Kosono na a Nottingham Forest Zomutinefie any club for say Woods and so editing time so a pan of Nyaman Timmy Koyama and this usual now after sack game as some KCSC with the wholesome ever prem our Jubadano so and Richard Aston Villa Noa Nanyasam Kitomu play papa na game no more thing as in omo enya on go bako Emma Aston Villa etimi kunuma a Brontian ya for the Jack Hosenwood ono etimi nya on go Emma Aston Villa kunuma no game kese no so etimi si epiemo na onim se Crystal Palace no na enye better na omo etenefie ema omo game etimi course no na eye 12 game na anu ohie pa Crystal Palace onim se omo tenefie na omo elidi by 2-0 na omo antimi ankoye edu bebi no na femu aye tin ede ma Crystal Palace ema Burnley ebe chemo bom kamiensa Crystal Palace kanon omo eti kanon yeno na ero sempa ede ma Crystal Palace say first half na abronte for George Strand Lawson edi kan about 2 goals edi ama Crystal Palace na ka omunim so nyoma be koye na bibiatimi akwede mom namumu nyoma timi ankoye ema Manchester United ne abronte ene wosina karima wusa ya farase Hanipa wono ebeti kanon baako edi ma club ya farase wusbo kono eno eti na abronte ya farase Jody Anthony oro se benya second goal and after abronte ya farase Lema oro se timi enya third goal na eye on goal and a Crystal Palace for nakasa etimi sente bane wie no ma dincho ekamiensa wo mo etimi so eti emumie no na onim sanoda game anu a ekoso for the first time Dixon no Sunderland omuntirefie alusu game de no a coach for na Anislot na finim nante no ekochimu bom kabako a omantimi anti abrontia ye for the Virgin van Dijk wono na upusot na edima Liverpool na aye corner kick panya na odiniti abom na fiatna kasa na 12 game na anu ohie panteno eye games no Premiership no eno etimi etu danyamya tuma ene onim se Brentford City about 8 p.m. omuni Arsenal the Gunners enso ena ebetimin edi asise so ewo yipie no na eno uda woni echirem all Spain onim se Copa del Rey eno game back etimi eba so ema Atletico Bilbao ase trefe eni race sadat edi tem so nyema timi ankoye ema Bilbao elusu sa game no 1-0 no eye game eno etimi epie mo so ewo Spain yedi ahonsam eba na uko Italy onom se no Italian Cup no ana se timi koso no eye Coppa Italia eno etimi ekoso na eno eye Bologna omuni SS Lazio na edi 18 times so na eno na eye game na anu shipapa esa so ye SS Lazio boboko na eno ano mo yata so se kwambia so som dinkunom na mo Bologna ne abronte ye for Santiago Thomas Castro edi kan ekonya go edi ma Bologna boboko no na enweti no na se club for SS Lazio enweti kura asino mo ebetika no true abronte for the Tijani Nosli wano ene tikano boy ma SS Lazio game no ekra ndi 1-1 mo penalties no nyoma ntimi ankoye ema club for the Bologna ntimi an progressance abronte for Louis Ferguson eko say ni penalty and abronte for Ricardo Castro oro se ko say ni penalty wonu a game atimi koso enti eba ne wie no na club for the SS Lazio 4-1 omo dia progress se omo edi komanim enteno eye ne piemo ewo Coppa Italia ne mo a enu ade hu sem etudwa ewo dwumade no so gene ne bronte for Anton Semenyo onim se Dixon games horo Podium City emu ba coupe no wantimi anse goal against Manchester United enu kwani the only game wantimi anse goal and from City bobokara no a o se gira na se pusat na first goal Edinburgh City Nochi was also a assist one game etimi cause first half na so ma kill game no mo ewie bibia na after the game no and Anton Semenyo edin sama kradi atudwa se enu ankunimdie no was say a nigisem na mo menne obetena city no watena na kunyemo no ahwe Brentford City and the Arsenal game na celebration akọ was say konu nkwondia na kan ko in favor of City ebe ko in favor of City na was say Brentford etimichi Arsenal na point gap no ebe be ka 3 na for City omo tumi hete league no omo ebe timi agent no say ni de okotena sidin na we say na City game no and say Arsenal game no and Brentford no ebe sakora mo ni gisem se wa she goal na was say Boma City no a omo din kremo game etimi cause yentie Ghana ne Bronte for Anton Semenyo ni sema eno a wodi atudwa after the game.
Very important. That was the message from when the game was done against Liverpool. So now just backing up what we done in the weekend. It was a tough graft. We got the 3 points at the end today. We done the same thing. So I'm happy. No secrets. I think it's just being part of a great team, a great environment. The coach has been great and they've made it easy for me to settle. So yeah, it's all a fairy tale right now.
Eti Kennedy brought for Anton Semenyo after the game na no ni sema no so adi atu jare fanu a game kese atibi koso a ojira na se pusa na manema koye na odi sansem no satuja na onum se Mo Salah say ye ka players o ma se goals our the EPA history no a se plus be makoma kunsia abronte fo no se Mohamed Salah se ne di atime piemo wa baba kan be nanu a onum se timi bo Liverpool Emma Nema Timiko Yepa, Eddie Ma Liverpool Bobokona after the game no Mo Salah on us and Ra, or in some Adi to Jam, Erifanua Gema, and us and Timiko Sintika Karonos Ecoso.
Well, obviously, very sad news when you have a colleague that doesn't continue doing his job. Because Thomas is an excellent coach, he's an extraordinary man as well, and he's proven that in the league. So we know where we are. We know that our responsibility is beyond just performance. That sometimes result dictates what happens with us. So I wish him all the very best for whatever he decides to do next.
Edi afa na serious na nemasi koso na fe Mo Salah sena nemaso eko yese de manono eno de achi ase no a sena results na esi ko no na sena ni etima jiwu ye panti na se no yese ma na se wura fe na mika teta momuni sema eno a wono se kan e wo game kese a eno sena timi eko seno no na wono se manager de Tottenham Hotspur after 8 months I fan Thomas Frank no per 40 mi apam Thomas Frank e chere se ne modibona timi ankoye eteno a na beto ya no pam to Joe ha say per fortune say records say all you team no nyama timi ko enti omo e fa ne ho adwen etenu anyuma na beto just Thomas Frank no per fortune apam no openia wono say eye manager erima eye openia na say Thomas Frank ya pam no oni say Ateta Kasari fa no say oye good manager ananke wo say on yetimi jano na ke bia otimi trust na ke bia oye ejuma asini nyine timi ankoye e ma per Friday per fortune apam no no de ojiri so no a good manager and na to say Ateta nisem at say odi to Johnson no na openia ono se for Sandike a manager Arima Nottingham Forest ono so nra oni so mutine fi enya 0-0 ono se per 4 pound no oni say after 4 months ni baba fe juma na per 4 che say ono se no modibon konkan at Dixon Nottingham Forest no pamani say omo e pam manager saudo and ono se ade per 4 etimi aja ne kwan te no e reporter no se fi ono ma ono se timi so ababetuja uvremo Real Madrid na fi you from penfa so ye onu say you fan Nations League no say anya aye over esa say Real Madrid aka you from penfa say you fan Nations League no nya de omo ebegirema si aka ne bi etimi no ka say say san kom no madie wie enti nya de you fan Nations League no Real Madrid ebetimi so apobi enti no ene fioroma no saba na uvremo e enasa na fi effort ne omo game a ebetimi abaso onu say na say Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro eti siaso onko training ni matene se no a one ne baba kitikiti o ma sase o eye training ni nyina se nyame atuma sa o kina game kese ne e bas Ronaldo ajatum se ni strike o ko no e se wa calling it off nti se nyame adum o kina obegirem esiakan e de ma enna saboboko no onim se urem e was Spain Copa del Rey e bas Atletico Madrid wo mu any club from FC Barcelona in Asia ni matene se abrante from Rafinha and afi Marcus Rashford o mu mienu akoko prant nyame aduma sa game kese e Barcelona nya de om ebetinumi ginemu na omasiakan eriama club a ye fa na sample no FC Barcelona and no your reporter Erling Haaland odem said Dixon say 49 goals in 40 games and I say wetimi asia or boase all competition or boase City asu bibia se betimi akoye dem na onim say agbante for Karim Benzema onim say ni entire football career onya red card da 950 matches awetimi abonyina no nya dia Karim Benzema no red card na echo ediama ono sunti ano eye ne fiora ma no saba era no player bi se atutwa e wo hye no se Lionel Messi asine matene se Inter Miami boboko na so ye ono su akwakonya muscular injury na eye injury ba kwa mpere for chese say ne ono ebe scan na ma hwe nda dudu a owura for Lionel Messi ono su ebetimi su adi ewo fie ntie no e kakra no se fiora ma eno saba ntemre fie na yemamani koma akra wo fie na hwesina ne ma so esi ekoso na ye sase Eddie Efi eye uda woni chima ochira nyame yadoma the black presence of Ghana omo gina ko no South Africa and ebony World Cup qualifier and we pass first like ekoye 2-2 niama tenese CAF and FIFA mpeniform apa Gambian referee ura fene se ngum fatu and mpeniform pano se nyame yadoma ono na wochina okwako giremu ato ayirem na nyama so etimi ensu akonkan na nyame yadoma Sunday super clash basso between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and afi Hasselfolk na communication team member Erima Kumasi Asante Kotoko set ni dakon and wakesika kada fa nyame yadoma Sunday super clash basso yentie ni sema okan
na has still say uli kwa mpuku kwa kontra bench Kotoko be sharks eti elempodi sika ya nwengu kwa Kotoko doesn't need the head coach before beating us of focus, and we don't. And in any case, there are other coaches. Well, Coach Hamza is still with Asante Kotoko, Coach Prince is still with Asante Kotoko. All the backroom staff are there, so they are competent and good coaches are on the absence of Coach Ezekiel.
Nida kuna motini kana communication director Adima Hasselfolk Kwabena Prah ono saka si Kotoko pammo mu coach die na mo die nyade no ebe ha mu kura wo game a basa no si die nyade be sara hadwin biasa yenti Kwabena Prah.
As much as Kotoko wants to win and as much as we want to win, we don't know, and also be already football Caribbean where say look, our own Manchester United, what is happening there? Is it different? No. Carrick, Eba and Rich, he's gone 5 matches unbeaten. But Kamana, the previous coach, were on the same material, the same players, and whatever it is. Now, Otaria now why? So sometimes, and most of the times in football, the changes in Basia, players themselves are able to tell themselves that, Charlie, we have to do it. Possibly it's because of us into the coach call, and now it's because of you into the ABM 24 assistant coach. So whoever that is coming in new, we have to prove a point. And even before that, players and that's not motivation. The adrenaline level shoots very high because they see themselves as, if this person is not here and I wasn't playing, or I have been given the opportunity now, I have to do beyond 100% mark. But here, they do something they will perform. But yeah, the coach, balance the coach started, then it becomes a different story. So we have this at the back of our minds. At least we've been following football, and at least we've been following football. So we understand all of these things, that it works in football, so you don't have to underrate the opponent.
Kwabena Prah na Silva Resika manager the Mediana Stars and also fake up omo Kotoko film omo next team omo bo Mediama our league mu ose no ne focus se Sunday so omo ebeku Mediama for edi.
Say before the game, I talking for everybody. If our player is serious inside in the training and listen to our plan and respect our plan, it's possible win the game. I am happy about the team is go and win the game from Kotoko. Need respect. Kotoko is one strong team here in the Ghana, long history. But in this moment, our group is go and confidence is possible win the game from Kumasi. And very good positive points and qualification from the next stage from the cup. Congratulations from the player, congratulations from our supporter, and thank you so much from our supporter is coming with us and support us from the first minute to 90 minutes.
Eti Silva Resika manager the Mediana Stars na motini kanete aba so no mo say coach Siki Akono former 11 wise as good Kotoko coach no say Gini DA pa our Kenyan Premier League say go ma here he say Oko Kenya coach of the month January penefo atu sabano edema coacha ye fere sika koronum se asante ko kompenefo ni din komo se da tira tibia no kotoko ejuma no obeba be fanti sabre the don
sika kono wa ma kotoko da ho
oba kotoko da
have coach na and person sabe bi
Kenya
bad
so coach Kenya coach has good
what you say
say o Kenya ojini din o Kenya
na ba ko na like Kingston
no Uganda ba say no we fight under 17 no na senior mark course
go say like Kingston ko to assistant coach no ho a no mu mienu bufu a obi abedwane afri
hey Mr. No Nonsense man
all right Roger made us okay. All right, so Roger and Ebre, the morning sports. Quick break, Mbappe. We have a rep from the Ghana Revenue Authority. And the person in charge of communications, Emma Abusio, kind spare parts dealers. We discuss the new VAT regime. So just hang on, we'll be back shortly.
Brebo eye adwumada eboa eyam aduane eboa eyi insa free ni peduane na eboa woni pedua ma etena ho yi nanso wonem se niema a yedi na yenom timi ma brebo ye adwumaden sen pote
me huda me brebo ye adwuma pa ebia se me ntumi ye bibi boa me brebo
ani and nothing about the left hip from the Moses Clinic near Herbal Center about herbal food supplements. What says it? Pa the barberbo, ama a year Jumayi.
Now, any Juma.
Fatopa Yenu, and no pani anymore. Now a boama berbo ye Jumayi, Sunny Baya, a bit me and yam a Jania woody, a sissy pijanimo, a ye moving see.
And none of me brebo can't
Ubenya Life Kid or pharmacy, herbal shops, ne supermarkets are ebeo. Sa wope dodo so to up. 0244 06 8447. Life Kid, wawo brebo, wawo nipedia. Edro yi enye ma apemfo. Ema ema omomanofo. Ne mmofo a wonya mfie dumie. FDA agi dwedie krato yi atum.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Na ede na ya obayi a oda forma so ne yafunu emunumuni.
Oh Mr. Entry also yare ya titi be benfie pi nanso ne yam nnwo no da se me kire no ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a ebe ya nwanwa
menyi ni se what ulcer tamfo hexa capsules any hexa mixture yanum bom kotia ulcer no bia ma no anom anka ne ho ato no dadaada ulcer dro de eno ne hexa capsules any hexa mixture
akom ni nkyeremu
ulcer yekura eto yefunu ene ensunumu etuma wo yefunu ekeka wa wogire wo ho a enye ulcer etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie so how eye ulcer de a compare hexa capsules any hexa mixture nanum bom na ho ebeto
pedudu atu a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 02038228555 Apefo abatan ya woma won mofra no fo ene mofra woni mfie dumienu enka ho Haxa ulcer capsules and in a mixture.
Ulcer time for FDA aje edwadie nkratoyi atom.
Hey, Unia, new release ni ana. Kaya gum.
Ebitinu was me new release. Me can no access fitemu hono. And na Tech Garages Limited. Akwafa besiesi amana aye nitia. Obi ase ye car mu no.
Accident car no na. Tech Garages Limited. Amana se gina ne naso sa no.
Me si wo. Wo mu akwafa broni fita engineer efra brochiraba. And wo check cars no. Na wo hunu ba bi a fault krowo. And ho spare parts so ade hye. Afene si road. And so ho charges kakra bi o.
Tech Garages Limited.
Wo ye general servicing. Ebili engine overhauling, engine tuning, oven spraying, general electrical works, air condition installation work, BM, upholstery, gearbox, make a day.
Tech Garages Limited.
Apart from sir, car that wotimi ato, and our Toma wono, was sire importation of cars, and was spare pass, if Rabutreba, Wokoto Kamawa, a free.
Ace, also what you call
Tech Garages Limited, our La Paz Malam Road, after by yard traffic light, wah. Bibiania for 0206 48 17 and 3. And 0542 96 1111. Website tabletechghana.com.
Tabletech Garages Limited.
Hey, Kaya will be a Benyani.
Tabletech Garages Limited.
Your car beauty and the power boosters.
I don't know the church will be there and will be there from Kokra. I will say, I read and a how. Yareba Naya Quankra, with your church now, Anuye, and get to Bray. Nothing come for Lion 8 Clinic Ghana and Famau. And other Puma, the baby grow as so yare, and no young Susan Subania. I will see say I will for every Puma, our Lion Clinic Ghana. Doctor, your door, I'm a Brazilian who farmers from Kokra, and I show yare for no Emma Botono. I will see say over the Puma Haseya. Yes, sir, and now we are able to say syphilis, gonorrhea, candidiasis, the Alipa do one and see a friend of Python. Yea, Papini and won't ever has say. I will see a Bema, who was in any more, went to me, why do my emmy no more careful now. Lion Clinic Zebra, not a baby grow among now, so said Bema Papa. So also saw your bar, and that's how I reform, who Babu maybe, much in our bread, Rabbi Piano, our Lion Clinic Ghana, now the tap of Frosting, and will fear.
I don't follow motion almost over Kofiti. A breaker can me yare, Anna Medaho. Madame Fubiban and Chen may introduce you Lion Clinic Ghana man. Then the 2 on a mono, the coy and the motion, a moment do, and let me want to wow Shania, the leaders was the Camphor Lion Clinic Ghana mouse, and so 2 on a mobra. Now be no wiresa.
Salam alaikum. Nazo don't go sibitini. Amma ciwon da na zo da shi na ga an treat na samu sauki. Nisa duk wanda zai zo musulmi duka ya yi kokari ya zo nan wannan asibitin ga zai samu sauki da saukin kuma kuɗi ba wani charge. Insha Allah da samu sauki.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Maxwell Aziz Mensah. I'm the founder and senior doctor of Lineage Clinic Ghana. Our mission is to provide you with exceptional herbal medicine treatment and holistic healthcare to all our patients. With our team of dedicated staff and innovative treatment, we are here to support you to becoming a healthier you. Thank you for trusting Lineage Clinic Ghana. Lineage Clinic Ghana, your #1 healthcare expert.
Think of Ghana first. You are the best.
All right, 7:45, and Kwabena Ase. Welcome back from that break on radio as well as on TV XYZ this morning. Pamcho ene ya wada the 12th of February. Na ene mamini kanfa we mfemu ansansa na maba to me guest almost studio ha. Now this one is coming from a Gold Board Ghana. Now according to the Gold Board, you know, issued this statement on the 10th of February, but ene ana senhye mu no eba so nti monhya ne so emfamaye or say notice to gold service providers, compliance notice, and it states the compliance notice number Gold Board 2026-02. Now or saying pursuant to section 43 of the Gold Board Act 25 2025 Act 1140, The Compliance and Directorate is carrying out a routine exercise to ensure financial and operational compliance with applicable enactments by the gold service providers. The directors or owners of the underlisted companies are therefore requested to report at the head office of the Ghana Gold Board in Accra on Thursday, the 12th of February 2026 at 10 a.m. without fail to assist with the exercise. So the following companies are requested to be part of that meeting. Number 1, Max Palasco Limited. 2, S7 Hills Enterprise. 3, Passion Gold Limited. 4, IBF Mineral Resources Limited. 5, Mabisco Multipurpose Enterprise. And 6, Gastonesin Enterprise. The Gold Board remains committed to enforcing the laws and regulations that govern the gold trading sector in the spirit of accountability and transparency. So this one is signed by the Compliance Directorate of the Ghana Gold Board. And so many of these companies are and also say latest by 10 a.m. And so I am present at the office of the Gold Board. Now face I meeting almost the share so you be now we Gold Board and penny for one Chief Executive Officer Lawyer Sami Jemfi and then a pound for, and of course the Public Affairs Manager Prince Kwame Minka the Menks and now no pay Michelle Bebre Nyankopon Insura Moni Adwumasoma mo yedema on my Ghana. All right, so now back to our studios here this morning. So this statement came from the Ghana Revenue Authority announcing the new VAT regime and also here on Tuesday and also for immediate release. GRA responds to concerns by Abusio Kai Spare Parts Traders Association on the new VAT regime. Now, enano pay no, yan kasa emanin wano, yaton sa fre GRA penyi ba akoso omra, na omebua yen komo chichun no na face, yaton sa fre, ye kasamafwa, owo Abusio Kai Spare Parts Dealers Association. Ora kwejo techiado, ono waha, and after Reverend John Yalboaben, Chief Revenue Officer and Head of Enforcement and Debt Management Accra South Area of the Ghana Revenue Authority on Swatnasuaha Yebana Yabejune and same way when Penepumesibre. And even before we get into this, Matis Enra, there was a meeting now. A call ya MCC na Botoyemu Yaba. Nanso Abosuba ne Meja Pai. Inti anope Reverend wa ha Reverend Akwaba net saying
Yenya
Bibia Boko de
Yenya dom Bibia Boko
hey Techiado now say Bibia Boko de
eh madam Bibia Boko
and there's Okojima na
Yabio me kwachi musio
nobody good Bibia Boko
body adara Bibia Boko.
That's beautiful, that's beautiful. Reverend, first of all let me run you through the new VAT regime any nearby beye any omo a any omo ediba beye adwuma no the new VAT regime anything.
Okay. New VAT regime ne system as is here. Old VAT regime no. Now, we calculations it's about 21.9%. I know there were two systems, flat rate and then standard rate. Who flat rate and who to me and claim input tax. But under the new VAT regime, one standard rate 20% and if BB threshold you raise your cost 750,000 senior nkrofo mo ye bojo a o hwe be be difficult kakra mo afimu but you BB a friend modified taxation ho no mo beba and from 750,000 annually o hwe with sales daily wo kambo mo ana in a year wonya 750,000 and no to VAT standard rate 20%.
And also need the flat rate,
Debbie.
Okay, good.
Flat rate in the year. And then 4%. Old regime now 4%. And won't to me in claiming input tax. Flat rate. Okota tax out here or port and out here will be honing in our account. Now bar now also what charge 4% flat rate. Now with the 4% now the about the Abra government. In fact, we analysis no crowd calculate here under the old regime 4% no a better higher than currently. Now we be charge 20%. Now what say near what you first your VAT your input and output tax.
Okay.
So under the new regime, I have 20%. So we import it, me fancy BB and I would
spare parts because
very good. And it's a spare parts dealers.
Good.
Imported parts. Betua VAT ports.
VAT of how much?
20%.
20%.
Good.
On the cost of importation. No?
Exactly.
Or the value of the importation.
So let's say we share bill no so. We say calculate VAT components 20%. All the other taxes on which you are. Woba on a price our person would it to goods in so. Now we tonwa ebeboa still our survive and when you so etumi asoso. Anti VAT computation yes say woba go say bia one particular part wo person wo de ebia 5 cedis eto so a ne obey ni say obeyi VAT na wutu aye wo port ebia wutu VAT 1 cedi e wo port obeyi efimu na afi wo de 5 cedis na aka ho ansa what charge VAT of 20% because near your charge wo port no what efimu value added between the ports and the baby asisi a wodi ebedu a person oton no aboso kan what the value or effort in the transportation value added and what 1 cedi efi nia we ye no mu o toy no what the price or profit 5 cedis eto so a na afei what charge VAT of 20%. If answer by the time I'll be na afei VAT a what charge no is about 1 cedi 20%. And no na oh yeah o computation so me tua VAT 1 cedi reports. Me so me charge VAT a 1 cedi 20 pesos. Me charge here to the customer. Customer na tua ma me. Enti me tifi mu a ebeka 20 pesos I say me de share me return so ana yes me de share paper no so na me de come aban. Now under the old regime flat rate won't to mean claiming input tax. Enti ni auto ye import price VAT no ni nyina aka ho ana we are no charge 4% and we share mukra na price higher. Now under the new regime and ya ni awutua ye wo port no nko a ye friend input tax no and ya no nko na obeti say woto any other thing related to your business ema wo ye business unya asamfa so na business no utumi ton ya ni nyina wo je VAT invoice nko ade a obetumi atete nti at the end of the day cry me fan say 20 cedis na wo de beba wo behwe no na bia wo de 15 cedis and 14 cedis na eba and this current arrangement no I think is better. The only thing is bia ntiasie na mba say ntiasie ba yenuanom a omo ntiasie no mbese we a much better system than the old one.
Yeah, but Reverend, you're a bit practical because according to the statement we use 500 Ghana cedis as a base price example. And yemfa like 1,000 Ghana cedis. And a base price example. Now share how it will work out with the deductions. So and yema ebi obi accredited bano the total value 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yet saying 20% at the ports.
So total value
good.
1,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, me find say so this should be the purchase price. Now you find say what you are VAT or ports 200.
Good. Tebeka 800 Ghana cedis.
No. You find say at the price was 1,000 cedis. VAT what you are 200. I can't want about 1,002.
Good.
Okay. Now you find say what person all the profits. Also profit our person or the can here 300 until you do 1,005. Okay, so what basa o beton wa anti VAT we your port in here 200 or profit here 300. Since here price I one here 1,500.
Good.
And what basa o beton wa yem pesa o the tax e beto taxes unti said 200 now what you are port no what if you price in mu we too chain and you see you 1,300.
Yeah.
Now, VAT you charge you 20%. Into so be charge VAT of 20% on it. We charge I think we 260. 200
out of the 1,300.
Yes. And the what the 260 no. What the back 1,300 no. Now you 1,560.
Okay.
That is the price I would be turn is here. Now we are what on 1,560 as I say VAT which you port no that's and your friend input VAT and which you are 200 also who charge and who charge VAT of 260 and then output VAT now who charge now ve we betting your output VAT no we betting input VAT
which is the 200
good if he output VAT
out of the 260 no
good
now 60
good
okay
and the 60 no na customer no what GFU customer no wa what the be fail or returns
okay
now the aba GRE yeah if you see old regime now at the price of 1,000 we calculate VAT of 21.9%. Ubenya is 219 about 219
Ghana cedis, yeah.
So now the profits of 300 account
519
good plus the price of the item this year 1,519
good.
Now I know want to me and claim input tax into be charge 4% straight in addition and to be charge 4% we charge 4% I'll be about let's say roughly 61 60.7 something so about 61 now the 61 no what the account 1,519 so that's the final price but what VAT awaji is about 61 Ghana cedis and no unya input tax in claim you and to turn you maybe we VAT invoice because we have flat rate operator and to me claim now what fill forms now the 61 cedis in aba GRA but apart from that see our price is about 1,500 and it's more than standard rate here 1,560 under the old regime about more than 1,560 no me ji disentiase no na emba ye but eba you know who say oh we are simple and then better I mean some of the places are you visit you know in fact almost system no some of the big organizations almost configure almost system in a short time price na perform but me ji say entiase no ba from the port now we import here VAT utia oba obeti efim wodo VAT what they will profit account no waye I say you cool
but more control profit margins ana
maybe profit margins in there if you
ono cran in
yes ono no nim nia or the ton a ebeboa no ema wa survive and whatever anti price in there you control profit no the only thing is I say VAT na utia ya port no tifi mu ansa otia for profit determine your profit all other expenses plus your profit now the account what the profit account who we are now what charge VAT and no ebema yebenya value kakra added however no na be translating into your profit expenses and everything and what the profit in the account who we are now what charge VAT and no what the account who and no na customer no obeton amano anti VAT ne de anya direct consumption tax customer no tu amount na abaya you say we are 750,000 and above simply by law abaya for say your agent into obeji VAT ne fi consumer no ho wa fill forms at the end of the month or the following month now the aba nti sana.
All right, Pamcho Reverend Waha ono free the Ghana Revenue Authority or in charge of a enforcement and debt management our across South area or no Wahana fi Techiado Techibamra so na Mimusa said enkomo ti awakakra Reverend dia famu no when you want to see na edian so na nam nti ase e won hwehwe yi ho
you done we dey we say akwaba
thank you sir
akwaba ni you pa we ye na menchia wetie fo no ahwe fo nyina na mentia aga na adwadi fo nyina okay always say you can a tax expert ye dey tax expert
okay
na say ye calculation so ye dey nimu ye ba say what dey to oba na begu adwuma yetimi hu ye na yetimi pass begu adwuma na don owo ho na say 4% first kra na 3%
yeah
from kofoera na COVID-19 ba na 1% be count na 4 na flat rate na oto ho na say ye yi 4% mu na 20% abesha ho a don so we befu
yeah
because 4 ni
20 there
sir just say I kra po betwe sekan but esan say aboso kan for no ye law about the citizen ti no yes dey bi ye nya idede nya hwe ba na emu no ye mra bontin na ye ni media fo ni din komo
okay
na no mo so no omo adwenkyere bi omo fa ma yen eti no eso ye ba bontin no na ye ka che media fo say ni egia fo ni ye no ye nti ase wo the 4% ama me say mitimi enjoy after also 4% ni so ama me tu kofa 20 ba yes we anti ase wo so ama kire mu sese netie ena na wo te office ena mo ye meetings upon meeting anti ase me wan so market na da ho no no eye almost 90 associations ni afom guta na say guta committee na information no enye clear to je na ye form guta na say enya ye confused nti ye say okay fine abuso kan de ye ba ne Ghana market de a eni ase eni di kan eti no ye de ye mra montin na ye nkasama ye nuanum na omudi dwa na Ghana ha
okay
eni di statement ba montin eni ma the history nti we read a statement a we say ma history e fa tax no ho ha 4% na de nyina ba ya yetimi enjoy na bedu ni wana abasisi ano and ye can be pa ye yiri jeff ye yiro mo pa eneja commissioner and nyam new commissioner Mr. Sapon yamichira no so wano so wanda honorable Elizabeth Fosu Jare trade minister wano so wanda because na the way ade keka kono ase for perception ne eka kosi yibe umbegu adwuma na hwe owura mahama so a wa maso begu adwuma no ba se wa be hye adwuma no kina because dollar cost 17 no oba do about 10 cedis a bed no ogu adwuma na fidi nyina ya confused into they say impedifon so moto safrain ye kwhia commission bra omo kire yemu e cheche how ade no operate fa eti e ma ye so bi say mo se be boa yen e bo boa ye oden ho e be boa ye se ye mpe ye pe 4% na eti they say munya abotre chichiri mu 1 omo ye ti assess 4% no ultimi nko eden ultimi nko claim but 20% we to claim good yes oh sana ade ne tie na we nyina no na hye mo ho na mo fa ma bonten and again no enye consumer no say wa we importer say yes a ye deal say no we be charge consumer an higher price this circumstances no mo na e say consumer no be to ade mo a o check ni o ton ade no so onko bu no yeah because me adwade ne no mete tax na mete oport no ahye me ho esan say consumer ni nimuti no osa be charge the higher na so also onya double margins yeah and so what's there and the moment education here dey embra fom yi na Ghana for ne ti ase na consumer ne ba obi am be dey awbo na po and two menu nyina ye nyina operate on the same market importer na the near man ba no on register with GRE don also register with GRE menu nya ko fari nya o the same source the same person in same one dey benefit one dey lose me makofa my register with GRE no me lose because one no register with GRE ete no me niama ne ba me dey the price no ejire na wo dey no better so because who judge ma ban
I don't so say tax net no yan widen no
me bredi ba ho no no ye dey see no no and they can say oh esa na disadvantage be bem and no so there be ebebem but asa wo ho say importer na ordinary amande ba na always tell Jerry no ubetua 12.5% upfront payment. Uria ubesetua tax no VAT no 20% no oh na kwa 32. So what it means so we that person and you be register with Jerry Precon. Na enjoy, na avoid 12.5% no. Na enjoy 20% no.
Good.
Say it make sense me boy. Na say near what marketing now so register with Jerry no. Ohom na ekoye kakra. No hono omontia ase no mo ka say wo register with Jerry no. Wo no 100 cedis bi wo ho. And na wo so 120 cedis bi wo ho. Also Jerry no say no omo technical terms o mo use no. Sometimes enya na wait me them a capture.
Okay.
That but the most important thing is say it makes sense say ada new regime no say o ma education ko from year e ko from year pa na you see say embassy be go adwuma because 4% mintimi nye claims and that ba important say adewe munsu esi
X natural
yes X way. Na mama nu mi go me boasa.
Beautiful. Bobby go, Reverend also Bobby na. Ensu crojin.
Come.
Yes. You know X natural mineral water.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Na 4% no. Ono no o calculate say we me madiabase mbeton no 500 cedis a 4% enye on faso no. We na turn 500 cedis no. Ono so na be charge 4% no so. But under new regime no. Imagine no and I will be calculate 20% no and you usika duano.
Good.
It no and that means no it will not affect your what your destiny your capital no.
Okay.
But 4% there it affect your capital direct.
Sure.
And right limit na call ye na any commissioner ko share no.
Yeah.
You see all the explanation no.
Actual importance muntie ni yo na Techiado na kasa no no na mu he's more of like a PR for GRE. As a GRE for cry. What you say? Good. Continue with the education.
Etino. Say me so commissioner etino we nyina hye mo ho.
Good.
And the man mabontin na mam ti wan be educate.
Yeah.
Because minimum say anka GRE there adwuma na nyam nkwa na mo ye anka the various associations no mo be engage the various associations no na ya tenase na se bibi kaka kwa na association na voluntary no ye betimi abo education no de papa no commissioner no honom no asem bia no ye kan ya o ka say ye di introda it means say or respect yen
no
o say okopanya nim ni sitting posture kra ebu abem ni kasa kra put you off Mr. Sapon no enyesa no ti o open up because me no omo munim nyanim se me no me ba wanimu a na ofese bia wo ye stop wo ye panyu stop na wo ka sa nyina wi a me ka sa makope me no be nya problem ho na ma so ma work out
yeah
me sana me tie
that's on bezon bu manim tie bi sa say
ade a me pe no
password ye munim book ne man ko school ni sa
la no
good
ade a me pe no etinu papa ne kasa mu me pamocho o explain it say I say ono chese ono po ase ono po ne o ton ade no po
mo
eti ehuni say okay the be say omunye more education 1 omunye more registration 2 because so we munye more registration ebema tax it to memho no ebeba form because aba bia wo target o pese we exceed
yeah
to otimi exceed ni target adding tax no ongum oba so kan seriously no Ghana yentu ato revenue ha ni minimum say before 2025 yeah register with GRA you 14 million annually yeah file tax 6 million 8 million no omo yeah etu ato no wo de me fan class say yeah 30% etu ato mem ha that means no do na etu ato etunama bed no abebeto few no so
no mo comply
exactly
good yeah
etuni mom ya we say any there omo engage associations no because as a shepherd I say your people know your voice so that say
good
etuno ye na omo te kasa se no omo engage associations no na eni omo nyina anye mbom na yentimi incentives bi kwa pa yo mom ye den no ebe de omo timi I register more. Ne register more. Na fe de ye hu say VAR system no e reduce. And the commissioner can say me say say the more abakra who say no say go for be a register more crapa. Otimi say oh e comply.
Good.
Omit me pull 20% in the crowd down cry.
Of course, yeah.
Because go for be run it. Exactly.
Like that, yeah.
It's not okay na me can say na me executives no be a can adwin. Na omo unipa ba ko de bia me we finidi on the minute kwanya to 3 years ago. Time na omo yes alien compliance policy no better store so no na me ni omo nya ntokwa no endo aso no me say me send be nya ntokwa biem me kwanya me ka say oba me ni be sa kon
okay
me biem no say hey we dey know you we be start to the man no say because the commission say ye dey engine to
okay
omo pulling it down omo from 5 to 8% if your document na sign can wom because about governing revenue policy rate about form interest rates lending rates finish about form so about soon ehia bibi bit ma kusi economy no nti yankase yempe and then from 4% here they say from 5 to 8% within yes struggle and no say very important good but name on a law na law so there parliament e shemra na ultimi for one day pay fanya den and for pulling it down ni say na ya way it no there ye ma ye ho 6 months ye day ni ni fa tututu ye manya nti after 6 months no na say bibia ye okay a na say omohu bi o me ye na fa say oye badwem ba obetina se eye mra ye fa one day pe and na the papa bi baba bia no so a ngofo nya ho problem because education enko yi menji di say ka initially no before ye beba studio na me never ready nkomo o se o mo hihye no say president sa sha se wi a so mo ye massive education
okay
na so but this time around there o mo hu say enkomo education and starting quite more until before e be implementing president best time be implementing na dey be say at least 90% at the na see they be enko so misreaction mixed feelings e ba ni nyina because education enko yi nti ema ye hihye ni ade say be ni nyina no ema ye slow down
okay
because oni panyin ya ade wa ma explanation we o say enko adwuma rather no kra no e be push mu ana wonji ntum o say mo de mo ma ye ho tam instead ade na hwe ade na wo so wonji ntum ntu de also be cost aye tintin so de on tia say dia that means na say ukuta agenda bi so say Ghana from make so there be go for there omkuta ayadwim no mo de ade no so na ntisa o so na genuinely no we are fighting for a good cause nti no conclusion e kushi ya nya no nti o me yati ase me cheche ni o nti say we are importer the only thing you can do is say register
okay
na avoid 32% no because upfront payment near 12.5 and you know tax no so no VAT no so 20%. That means you betua 32%. It is a we important na person who avoid the 32 now. Register or GRA and pay the 20%, enjoy it at the end of the day. So what you say? Na omoni ko omom register or GRA no.
Okay.
Na omoma ho no so intiase enye very clear. Na I say obi enya opportunity obi fairness and competitiveness no I say ebe ha adwen kakra into omo education in cost more even though ye share krapokra I say same bi wakra be wakra na me wefi because into kwani gina mitrim dodo aha yeah papa into no what say me menye tax expert but let me capture the what
no what my fair interpretation into the issues but so me teniama mienu ase out of this pointers are raised and say young widen tax net no then you say only the few na there be idea ni simo so ye ba abosio kan there be ye betumi atreasure nim and of course okay be so about a year education no so be key ewo policy nim say ne be a amanfo be nyo mo ho entiase ye but say no after enra meeting no afi na mo beti mo ho agu form na mo ne mo nkrofo na kasa but with the kind of knowledge awenya ewo sa regime we mu no me pese me ye bibi wa ha wo tachi ado wo kasa kire all importers say near abenie pamcho me maame nana adoma say the sound at your TV station is off technician say this one is coming from my beloved mother all the way from Kumasi Anna Oshemi now say the sound at your TV station is off ma you better rectify the amount that's a power for that feedback out there my and yamin shroud enti besa wo no o kasa kire importers ne say this policy no this is what is meant to achieve. Now per the calculations are now demonstration aye wa ha no enya de a eba begu adwuma, but how would we the consumers na the final end aye ba beto no muntwa mfa ye so nanka so because any price control ebuo bia na modem parts na gi enti ebeden na yetumi ahunu so okay we are all at a fair level playing field over benefit misme benefit then GR also get the needed revenue tachi
well o say me edu be say we importer
good
eya kwenya ma wo person ni aban eye business
good
register o register o be avoid 32% no we importer I see you very so we person 32 there it's up to you just avoid the 32 and what and pay 20% at the end of the month no we go your claims
okay
now why how but sudie ma situations no sudie ma situations no ni je say be kan bom say ye betimi am members no enya ntia say omutimi nkobuti memfo no
good
because also me can say e be take opportunity no na waje we enjoy double margins because I said nobody is checking anybody. There is no checks and balances on marketing. Obi any ope a open market, open food. Me na makofa me niam ba. If unim how am fa me niam no ha meto no. It no say association no asudie say e betimi e dey educate members no. Yes sanitize o mo say if under this regime GI regime no.
Good.
So all ton ade
yeah.
What me akakroti and na Revica say where you musika no wo di fa oni ma na 1000
yeah
1000 utu ato 200 or port what that wo ba wie na wo onfaso no so 300 na kwa 1005 no wo beti sato na utu port what that no a hye ho wie etinu uti hu hwia enti utimi fa sato no santo so ma consumers ni biom eti esa na say niam na yeden ebe kosoro ohon na yebo hu no say ye ban sa de a ye be weki ama consumer no ba we no de oso wonfa so na wanya no what to tax na yi wasati a hye ho wonfa so na obenya no e na obeti afri mu ade ama giawe anyi sa eti no say wo ye consumer no beto ade a e so ye very careful say tisi ano me pe VAT receipts
bon open VAT receipts we demand the VAT receipts okay
and again ye ma commissioner ti say omu register ko for dodo na and they said don ebe marketing ma obia register ntino utimi escape say me nto ade no kra biom esa say dodo na register ntino obu ha on person obeji VAT receipt no because of 20
no ba mumu ni mo register you know muni mo
we all say they be am say emre bia ni Ghana se emre bia ni wodi a ende me techi misages ni GR omotumi akọ court Supreme Court omakoji emra etimi aye mass registration because ende emra ni kutaw oko shop by shop you demand for the certificate of GRE so ni bia you be register because say ya anya ni sa e be create a lot of problem na mutumi ye wie so a na fe de to na ba form a je say obi akwa endwe hu so otu ato don't so what am I saying say many was there and they me who the reason GRE so mutumi twan quickly they say omko for interpretation yeah no mutumi yes ade no because in the end they have been mandated by the Constitution of Ghana say shop be what you are na or register na say obu ha na me analysis be say assuming that admit abuso kan shop so nyina 20,000 na afemuni nyina shop be atua 500 cedis we do your calculations by a year na aban bo say we o file end of we say afibia we say tax returns na you see the sounds of money ababenyo abuso kan loan than enede no 500 cedis multiplied by 20,000 shops tabletops kwa mai so magazine mai kukupe mai okanshi makola kantamanto other marketing edum o mai so abade benya sika if you kwa onko bobu se biem ti say na gold board yes isi ano so just say but say what you register dodo na kakra na de bia na saba no pressure da wo so na mamofo agitate ye ti ase ye mpere ye say obeku adwuma obeku ye efe no koto beku ye ya be maka na asem no obi atu anu to ama wa to no so wo say di to na ka ho so what I say eti no saa de nyina ye very important say mran ho de a me de message say am say monko na mutimi enye de enwura market to market because last year no omo be ye record bi o abuso kan omo show letters ebre nkofo say omo file omo tax ni ye nti what's the reason why say education nti no bu ha ofo say bi oba mo ye ni bibi nti won ko so that say me who am say hwe say mo educate omo yi a ene bu won so a matter eko for so ba abuso kan yo GF office abuso kan yo omo ye programs a people don't go sanda so omo person mo education was so a mo ko nkofo wo ko mu ndu be 100 so abuso kan we are more than 50,000 because awareness no people don't understand.
But tax force neighbor so do na mu dwane.
O say tax force no ba so a sometimes no it's very intimidating.
Why?
O say especially among customs for no so am put atu ni ade no. Sometimes no.
Mom the padlocks neighbor.
Yeah, sometimes no. O see nipa ho adwuma ne I say catch sometimes no bu ho who so office bia mo be ni bi mo eche no. Nya education na say no can no. Good. So that's what I say. New education as now. Eti no so omutimi inside ni nyina mutimi eba na muti emna na adwuma. Enti no omo koye no omo ntie omo 3 months. Because ya bram letter, ya sem letter. Mo de mo bra keke. Oh, the reason te mentimi afara me tax on. Ebia business no, ebia BBC ye. GF on explanation. Yeah. Because me many commissioner wa mate ko me kon chen. Ni na isi last year no. We explain am say techi. On crofo no. Only 200 per na ye working.
Oma di omo peba ebe file omo tax returns.
Wow. Mo betu find from ono. Na am say oh sir because no me krom no fia du krom. Me fia du krom. So I say ntina ma I say me ni be yan so oh me senior brother. O see am say what? Because na me kwa kontokwa ana mo tete me nkrofo no sir. Nti we call on the pen me no na me come achi. Yeah. Na am say hey, you how? Okay. So I say but ye hu ni say education
of course yeah.
Etu no me ni ebi mu share na me ka so fine. Ne mo ye ne say okay, yati ase ba ne mo no ana mo ntimi take this opportunity we na mo fa nye registration enka ho na mo ko store by store no a mo register GRE no mo ko bi ya na shop mo anko because of say ono de oni mo anko mo so mo bisa say na o certificate we good na mo ntimi nye sama education no mika o mo fa masem na anya asem ka mo de ye anka 50 sata last year everybody by this time na ka mo timi capture crofobia abishi system nim beautiful has say it no ade ne de ne nyina ne say eye kasa a obekahye edwedini no watene wase say na adwuma nkogu timomuni so no because statement ye ne say wo hwe me communicate nyina say consumer no na oba bebre say na communicate ko so say na me de ko abontin it was say because say so ni enti ase enti now na me kire mu say consumer no beto ade na make sure say the auto and man onko bu no sa to no wati wabeti de da watu ya ho mode ba no wabeti enti wanya wi enti mema ne de embu all right so that say
enti say me bo mobile withdraw and amanya withdraw that more letter of unintended strike no
well ye council of elders be hia
Council of Elders.
Abusukan. And it's some movers and shakers of Abusukan.
What you see?
Yes, you know Meshia.
Oh yeah. Movers and shakers.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You know Meshia. Apart from the executives, you know, your Council of Elders. Ni some work in Kofubu Abusukan.
So our advisory board.
Yeah, they have been there for 30-40 years of Abusukan. Says someone won't be near there without them. So say some
institutional memory.
Oh yeah. Omne says I'm close to okay. It no by me minim say per the meeting commission here and run. Okay. Mr. Sapon here there. Bibia ko very fruitful.
Beautiful.
Nti ebia nwia na so chena there. Mo hu statement about.
Beautiful. My memory back to Reverend Boaben ho na me hwe say dear Techiado aka ni nyina no emomo abotoye mu say all will be well with the GRA when they embark on the claiming of these taxes. Nana, Reverend Boabin.
We're making some very good suggestions.
Thank you, sir.
Among it, education. Education there for tax, ongoing. And then we can say about widening the tax nets. Widen definitely. You bring more money. Even ultimately, between I can say, oh, Sanya. nkurɔfoɔ comply no rate no kora bɛtumi drop is possible. But I think one of the things that you will get in touch with him no more aboa to register more people, because as I say playing field fair
good
and then level ma menka yi baako ɛwɔ law no mu sisi yɛde act 1151 VAT Act 1151 na ɛyɛ adwuma under the act no ɛyɛ compulsory sɛ wowɔ 750,000 or annual sales 750,000 ɛyɛ compulsory sɛ wobɛ register sɛ one register yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ when were you supposed to register anka time bɛn na ɛsɛ register you started from there.
You be backdate.
Yeah,
calculation.
And then it comes with, in fact, prosecution. Good. For refusing to register. And then it will come with interest and penalties. For not registering. But the first, you need a voluntary registration. Who said where you would do 750,000 voluntary registration? Say ya bemu so ya be register. I mean, the law empowers us. Say, say, you records.
Okay.
With daily sales, you bet me afraid for your bank statements. Then who say, who qualify for registration or annual sales? I think now
750.
Do 700. Then you know law in my coin. We don't need another law. And see, a bemu na say won't register ya penalties ya hono. We backdate interest penalties. Ya the bema. So the best option, Sisi Ani say, walk in. When your education, but through this medium, I discussing what's here, walk in and then register. What also issue VAT invoice. Bibia so Sisi I standard rates. And I will be ultimately claiming input tax. And who's koto bibi ewo baby a ebua wo business na ese wo je VAT invoice because VAT invoice bia yamfa ne se ebua wo business no VAT invoice VAT bia wo betua input tax sani wo tua ya wo port no any other VAT wo betua in connection with your business no so wo je VAT invoice nko ade a wo betumi ate until at the end of the day no wo be hu say VAT will be no, and yes, so much. Unlike Obi unregistered, or VAT no our port. Young fans will be unregistered. Cra, and no over 12.5% upfront payment. We are used to another saying between 20%. That's 12 plus upfront payment. And we are more. But upon that, we say we are transaction or we invoice beko baby withholding tax and who we invoices at miensa be a calculator na ya becho na who say sanka will register for VAT and then for the past 6 months 1 year or whatever 1 year yeah and no ranma ya kwan say backdate about computing along with penalties and interest enti emra it's important to say
beautiful
qualifier voluntarily
comply. All right, yenya debut so may activate the phone lines for only 5 calls. Now I say amount for follow this conversation or more concerns be to also share in that direction into no utie na opese o join the conversation very quickly ubetumi afre your numbers no na fe made the WhatsApp so 0208 984 166 0208 984 166 and afi 0256 685-090 0256-685-090. Very quickly, Nafe, any concerns on taxation? GR Penny no ha, and Nafe Abusio Kai PR so hana yenti mo concerns ni bi amowo on this taxation no na enkoyese efumu ye beba ho na afi na obetonyom de atre enti wo any concerns quickly obetumi join our lines 0208 984 166 and afi 0256 685-090. Nothing. Yetumi ahunu o concerns this morning. Okay, I think I've got a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Abom design.
Nyame adom boko mpacho hoenin.
Mr. Nanin.
Mr. Nane Pacho, o concern is saying.
The concern is the idea. Senior name echo, senior development economy. The so be a money over the tax. Now they are bought by now, 1 year development of mine. A boy in a man developing in a tax and only developing. And the expected will be anti.
Now, where dear Juma, Mr. Nane?
But you say,
where dear Juma?
I'm a farmer and a contractor.
Due to your tax.
But I'm here.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, that's a pa. All right. Also, there no farmers. No, how do we even tax them? Okay, it depends. Mami for another caller waiting. Hello, good morning. Hello. Pacho Wayne. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Pacho Wayne.
Morning, Pacho Antiama.
Antiama, also you jodini on. Pacho yenti
me Pacho the omo can wom but there have because obi wo ha or table or tonade or table top or tonade or but important. Enti say the me imagine say there be pot no yenye wo pot no yenye wo ho a ebe bua obia betua bi because wo shop no open na obetua sa ni ama nyina vat ni de keka ho but no what or this
Antia man pacho also we mame wa homa no ku say
me pacho stay
yeah to aso eh we won some no wada roma yeah kasa. Hello, Antiama. Kuse, line not drop, but I'm saying you've made your valid point. Okay, about Omomo, import no turn on tabletop. No, my minty this other caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, the Don.
Yes, sir. Pacho, it's you.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, boy. More discussions now. Especially with Gutamani, Mr. Tichiana.
Yeah, Tichiado.
I don't know. Educate among for more the
GRE.
GRE for because GRE for number education more before I say we go back out. Now what not say we out techi adodu ebe kan wa sem ansana mo educate amanfo anka yes anka yes for problem no what you say the son of obe educate amanfo techi anu nipa bebre ye nyira ye say yes e good say obi akọ ana customer say unkoto ade a maintain say u gina o age o bad receipt that you also would the better offense.
Thank you very much. Mr. Anna. And I make a valid point. You move bro, you try the receipt. No, you just cry and so or G receipt now. No, I'm one dia share baby and assemble nothing. We try no. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Pacho Hoini.
I'm Pacho Chumberu. Mkasefri wasajokwa. I'm in VE.
Thank you, sir. Pacho into.
Me Pacho me how ka cry ye kukwa kwa fwa sisi. Ye kali kukwa ye nyeska no infri akachifo na made said then say enti wu randiabe o man panyini wontumi nye bibi emfa ho ne won sesa randiabe
Pacho twen ene anopa Dubako finance minister say obeba na wa be manchemu anamo aban ni tu e de afasa ensam ne ho ntimi e de madaroma ye home ye no so ansa Dubako ne yete na anye ye da now, if you are saying hunkunya, I'm for 2 last calls. Now, if you may wrap up this conversation because you're another conversation now, and also you're the bremu between you, Rakwesi Deo Dike, and now for Honorable Nicholas. I'm for this other caller waiting. Hello, good morning.
The dawn.
Hey, unime, Pacho Hoini. Oh, Sof Mohammed Dome. Good, beautiful. Thanks for having you.
Oh, the dawn, my soul.
Medase. Debbie. XYZ broadcasting your fee. Me waha. Baminti owe.
Me can listen to question. Eba Ghana taxes on my problem. Nti via phone no mo ejuma nkyerɛkyerɛ na nkɔ fam bebree na wɔn di dwa no koraa wɔn nim so mfa so nti ɛbɛsrɛ wɔn mmɔden na wɔn education no nkɔ fam na obi kura di da onim so otua tax nso na otua tax wɔn de ebitumi aboa na etumi nye sika de asɔ ɔman na afɛn ama ɔman na etumi etu mpɔn nti ɛsrɛ wɔn education no nkɔ fam fam
okay
kyerɛkyerɛ mu wɔn nso mu kyerɛkyerɛ mu saa na ɛkɔ fam ɛbɛboa ama ɔman na etu mpɔn. The dawn.
So for mommy. So minya call bia from Abusio Kaino suggest to say I'm on for to omo ase. Mami for last caller now fi yen wrap up this conversation, but we wait and see how the implementation will go. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Pacho Haini.
Me Fefi Kufudia.
Pacho Itio.
Abusio Kaino no. Me pacho almost so many say also motivate no ma omo mwetade no ba wo kwa omo bisase yenye ni den ma o pevata na so onzu ade no unim say nipa na ba beto ade na o say o motivate mana aban no nsunya bibi ho ba wo bebisa no say o mentivate ma wana so nipa ne se de bia na akweshe mu ho nke ho no munso omonhwe no munso omontiti nyama na so.
Okay, boss, yeah, that's a power for this feedback. Tachi me ba ho. Sana mu digwa no ho ni o kan sisi ano.
Well, mean to be say no can oboa. Oh, possible.
Okay.
The word is possible. In a sense
nipa ho adwuma.
Nipa ho adwuma ne do so. Ena, wo se me ka say dodo na register e.
Empa.
Ena di we nyina ba no. Wo se me ka say dodo na register. Ultimate escape as a customer no.
That's it, yeah.
Ofa ha we register for register. And as a customer no so demand it. So your member pa. O because me yen say ya. Sebi you. So we ba dwen ba na dwoma no ho a. Okura pokọ baka say hey.
Yeah.
Jaza kro no bo. Ma o man no hia. Enwuma ndra commissioner no to ye ndra kire no.
Your commissioner sapon kan.
Yes.
So momo man no hia.
The man was so down to earth yesterday.
Beautiful.
No, of course, no, the touch here. Oh, of course, because
okay,
yes,
patriotic song.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Etino, your caller no, last caller no, will make sense. Now, I think say woman be raising she should be say that no, and yinia man no yafatu so hona, ubo yinia man so sa tabletop. As my can yan, still no education be understand. I say on yanti asi. Nti Mr. Wedemo
Reverend Bobby anything
beautiful so far so good here near starting here no Sunday no me giri say na akosi ochina de ne akohu na wiye but let me say this authority say Monday Tuesday Wednesday shops in there me sure say betimi atutum
okay good
now there I'm not yet sure because of engagement na ekoso no me sure etino e bia nwa na so chira no obeti enka ana bia Monday crowd on metia kana yama at least tension and pressure no
good Reverend I'm say a few of the feedback okay so businessman Yera Kwasia Deodike I join us and channel no so about panel no so but I say he wants to join this conversation and add his voice but Reverend before DK ebe add the voice na yet see on because you're a big businessman Ghana ha debi ameka say enyansafo a ye kan Ghana enyansafo a wo ka ho nanso say wo sha political lens a wan ha unhunu and they also interest for this conversation but Reverend Mamintie how you respond to some of the contributions by and afi memo dike and wrap up my with the question.
Okay, largely who say feedback ayenya no say more education more education mamenka bibimfa woman no ka tabletop and then nyina ntiase ni bi na mbai but you see VAT no a chain sania obi VAT ye consumption tax nti obi obe consume bia otua bibi ema aban saka nti na no from importers wholesalers and retailers wo ye anya tax nyina na obia etua bi but tax say consumption tax nko ade a eno woto ade no a wetua tax indirectly animpa ya register no ode be ma ban nti from importer na sɛ obi so yɛ retail ana wholesaler ɔyɛ ne deɛ no a ɔno so atua and then menka biribi mfa ɛyi sɛ obi ɛtɔn na issue invoice a te sɛ nea last caller ne from Koforia ɛka yɛ you see that's where the problem is sɛ wotɔn at the same price with nea o issue invoice wa register now the same price that means the same profit margin o be make abnormal profits because nea eyin betua no o won betua that is where se penalty ye beche wa ana ye ba wafa aban sika egu bottom that's where the penalties interest ba nti say o qualify 750,000 plus a mandatory compulsory by law so we register and almost ton a customers in so we are you have so the right demand your receipt it's another way who force you almost say do the right thing by account for the tax because when you issue invoice there is no way or the be fail it when you issue invoice sika no be kono bottom but to issue invoice in kutin there any there a sort of fail no account for it nti all customers what are their demand VAT invoice beautiful and yes more mine
you request the ODK akwaba mamintie your point of interest in this conversation
yeah good morning etief for ni ahwefo
etief ni ahwefo jo
chia bi no free GR so e ba be yes adwuma me baruna techi ka se Ghana phone tax ho na me ne nya adwene ba opanyi ka se wa claim your direct tax and indirect tax VAT indirect tax enti ba wa wonu twa nu fo anokre koto sell like mano wa twa wa contribute to VAT enti a widespread VAT a tax every consumer in this country etria but na omuka 20% of your profit enumuna VAT no one the supplier and say service provider no will also maximize obe transfer Never say me pay 100 Ghana. Never say book with me pay 100 Ghana. As my profit.
Good.
Now 100 Ghana na I me profit no. O say me mfa mu 20% VAT. Emra ba nya sa. Nya me profit na me na say.
Aha. Sanya ya church mu kakra.
Good.
Mfa say eyi wato ope profit also a ope profit 100 Ghana. 100 Ghana. Aha. Ya fanza wato bookie 200. 200 CDs.
Ana me dey 300.
Ana o dey 300. But I say you say VAT ahi na wetua wo mu. Ebia wo ton 150. Ana VAT wetua wo mu
200 no.
Yenjina.
Say me ton 200.
O kradi aba no.
Ah ma ton 200.
Okay.
Ne cost be price build up in 200 and I made me profit 100 at so
okay
and I be 300
okay
so say 20% no the overall sale no and I say me 100 cedis na mutu
VAT a consumption tax consumer no ni obeba beto no ono na obetua wo profit na wasen atua tax no nti emfi unchen but say 200 na woto no na opese wo de 100 eto so a ye wo formula ye be calculate say at the 200 no VAT ahi
na accumulate
na ewo mu aha na say woto no 300 so a okay wo de profit ato so 100
yes
nti 200 no VAT wo mu na one kasa de opese wo de 100 net
so as the profit margin
very good enti ne aba ne say VAT a wutua ye no eno ye be tie fimu ye be yi esinchen na ya de profit na aka ho na afei ya charge VAT na watie fimu no ye input output ya ye fimu ye yes na o profit 100 ne de enka no but ye charge VAT no aka ho VAT of 20%. I can
pass my consumer.
They are passing my consumer. And see, when say consumer no, near obetua, maybe about 20 cedis, and it be a VAT which I know.
20%.
Yes, 20%, and a woman maybe about 15. Normally, because of what they will profit.
Yeah.
Ebe ka hunti. What VAT no utu ayeno efimu. What to nchen. Yampese ebe calculation ni say tax upon tax. And to what VAT na utu ayeno efimu. What the profit of 100 cedis kan ho a. Now una will be charge VAT on it. And the cost plus your profit now if you want charge 20% VAT. We are when we say ubenya VAT eso kakra sen ni awutua ye e 200 nmu. And when your friend the net VAT a difference a wotini a sisi a waje no efi ni awutua ye nmu a wo profit in there is not touched o. But sanya we no VAT, we are tax upon tax as well. Oh, price be so high. So you will be outcompeted. In Crawford, Obiamba and Betowadi because so price is high. But Sanya American, I'm say technicality kakra bi will be.
I had that before. Some calculations I will come once a minute.
And yet difficult to cry and mum.
A difficult many penny. I must be frank. Especially retailers.
Yeah.
A difficult moment. Intermediate.
Ya mesra ne say you do won chain na say we qualify for 750,000.
Yeah.
Now on tia say be how bomodia na twe any GRA office e ben.
Okay.
So we mentia say mun chechire mu na ha me.
Okay.
Unya ntia say no ben so oh enye den crowd e betumi ama which me price will good very well. What profit there? How much profit you want to put on your goods in the Obianka Bibia? Because na
the same in the book na that's about be what to na momo betino the receipts no will show say this is the profit margin and now the tax component is by January.
Yes. Yeah, I know one thing. Then the other side is what they near too much because Crawford so yeah Crawford ba because na usually on compare prices. And to me I find it too high.
Yeah.
But calculations now ho kakra no your office in our office are open. Yeah. Yet I say be yentumi do obia one on one ho.
And also Kamebao to widen the tax net no.
Good.
Umote office they are in their comfort zone and now mo say amount for this cabin wrong. You be to say rent taxes, withholding taxes. We share Kumha, Nipa Umode commercial properties, rent tax. A die high.
Yeah, and I'm running Airbnb no.
And that be a die high. Apartment $100,000.
Yeah.
$500
a week, a month.
And they are
your mood data or your data.
Wow.
Amutia. Amutia.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, all those
data. Commercial. I don't think so. Because me design more the music of the barbecue.
Good.
Some more better. Now, you dear no, at that them CCI.
I don't know.
For withholding taxes.
No problem.
Okay.
Fabra.
Okay. My yet that them there 4 or 5 years.
Beautiful.
Maybe
I incorporate everybody.
Okay. All right.
So big
good idea.
Proposal no actually.
And encompass so many activities are government. And our stores, and conform making big money. Won't me identify. When crowd your net at doors of Senate, I was so kind of money.
Or be all your big pa. Sometimes in Kitty Phone, yɛntumi ndu hɔ saa but woyɛ big a ɛno you see what transactions na yɛ visible wɔne nkurɔfoɔ bi bɛdi dwa yɛbɛhyia wo through withholding tax but there is more
going forward we'll join in the education and sensitization. Maybe your next appearance, we'll put a board here. Now, we put pen to paper. Near calculations, deductions, into what we feel now here on TV. An amount of 300 Ghana cedis. This is how the tax deductions and the components will look like. Now, obiat and who I say into the munchim baying. Na yani wasabi anono. Na fe no yammo munsam no hudwa ene dero emfamamo. You better Reverend John Dwabo Ase, or Chief Revenue Officer and Head of Enforcement and Debt Management ewa Accra South Area or no baye. And afi Mr. Kwejo Techiado or Kasama Busio Kind Spare Parts Dealers Association or no so ebaye. Nti ebegina no so na minim Reverend finally dia na odija tememufo ene adwadifo nyina eso omoso no sempo no yehu wa yewunya medjuma na tuato ma aban no se ne be mpuntu a wo pe no onsa betumi aka Reverend in 30 seconds we mayen
so oman bia tax na edi develop
what you say
oman bia good and mayen nyina ye responsible citizens obi aka se nkrofo bebre entua tax ye hwemu a largely true particularly informal sector obio formal sector na easily yenya wono de o PAY pay as you earn but informal sector less people nti burden da nkrofo bebre so burden that only few people and obia yes obia responsible or might be and they develop a tax obia responsible.
All right mamina Reverend Asibio minda Techiado so aseminda yera kwesi de odike so ase ono de onko ye ncho beba na fe no yato ayi nkomobone so edi amamo.
Yakase True Word Pharmaceutical Company Limited Indian company kesia yasoye no ewo India na yeno no ebi wo wiase afa na nyina nyame ncha do yeno no ebi abedu Ghana ama FDA for ayenhwehwemu ade afa yeno no ho agye atomo se yeno no eye papa ebo adwumanti Ghana for emfansa wo ho yare enu ayede abadwaman so ni nyina no eye India hahama ene yakeka bom ede aye ahabanduro yi a eni sunsan so moni bia na enne yapom di nkomo a yene mo eba betwetwe no ye betwetwe nkomo ede afa yeno mi no a yefre baako joint fortis na yefre baako nerve alive na joint fortis no eye adwuma ewo ye nompem ene yaposo enne amanfo a wo mo ye adwumaden metichu ene ye maame no mo wo dwaman so abrava for carpenter for ene wo mo ye adwumaden ebre na sisi area so ekum nipa mepa chow uye obi a waposo nyina eye oya eye ohojo wachiri bramu wachiri kaseyi eye oya nkasa mepacho okotudwa ho emututu emuhyehye wo ntimi nante okotudwe so ne yefre ne sciatica edi onya mepacho anidie mu a uye obi a usisi ye oya na etweba oto ase ebesi unase ne yaka no sciatica no eyade a eha wo arthritis eyade a ema wo ntimi ende wo ho mepacho India fu aduru a ewo dwaman so na Ghana fo edi ho adanse joint fortis bomodi a se obema onsaka bi mepacho joint fortis ene da o TV screen no so no abibia a se True Word Pharmacy ye ba na ye ne mu edi nkomo afa ye pom de hu na ye bo ye aduru ni din pe na ye de ni mfonyin ato screen no so aye afa wo mobile phone no twa wadaroma se na ebe ye na uduru ba bi a ye ton enu na yemfa asokwan enkonkon na me achenchena mepacho joint fortis nti sese o my Ghana mu ye ni akokora anase abrewa bi a ewo oman mu esanse uye obi a uye adwumaden na enu anwumre waye hodu waye mre waye bete na unya joint fortis na enye painkiller na momi akofa yaw ede aba o cartilage gagro na ɛwɔ wapɔso ɛho awie na ama wote ye yaw ɛwɔ onompemu no ɛkɔ akɔyɛ ɛho adwuma na ɛyi saa ɔhaw no nyinaa ɛde afiri hɔnom ama wasomo atimi adwo na mepaakyɛw wogye Grand Fortis ya ɛbɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ onompem ne wapɔso no na wakae agye Indiafoɔ enura True Word Pharmacy yɛde aba yɛfrɛ ne Nerve Alive Ghanafoɔ nipa dodoɔ na ɛwɔ entinimu yareɛ nanso ensunsanso na wɔn mu ehunu no aya na sabi mpreduasa ɛmɔ wɔn nka yɛ sɛ entinimu yareɛ ɛna wɔn anya no enti aya na wɔn afa ne trasa enkosi sɛ emu bɛyɛ den ansa na wɔn atimi atu anamon nanso ɛba ne saa ebi ana aka akyi mepaakyɛw uyo obi a onsata yɛ otitiriti ɛwɔ hɔ no ma na onsa yɛ otitiriti anaasɛ onan etimi yɛ otitiriti na wodo onan ɛpempem fam ebinom mpo deɛ aya na wɔn se anansi akye wɔn nan mepaakyɛw ɛnyɛ anansi wɔnya entinimu yareɛ bɔmmɔden a na hwehwɛ Indiafoɔ aduru a yɛfrɛ ne Nerve Alive wobi a wanom yɛ aduru Nerve Alive ne bibiara no ayɛ so a 4 days ɛwɔ sɛ wɔfrɛ yɛn na wɔde adanse ɛba ɛsiane sɛ ɛnuo no ɛbɔ adwuma agye obi a wɔnom Indiafoɔ aduro pɛn ɛna wɔbɛgye ne ho akyigye mepaakyɛw woyɛ obi a ayɛ na sɛbi wonante a na yɛsɛ paneɛ anaasɛ pin ɛwɔ wonan mu woyɛ wotahunu saa nsunsanso woyɛ a na ɛbɔ nka yɛ sɛ wɔnya entinimu yareɛ kuro yɛ wonya ɛma wo nsɛm etimi fɔ wonan mu etimi fɔ enti wohyɛ mpaboa na wonante a na yɛsɛ mpaboa no ɛrɔrɔ wotahunu saa nsunsanso woyɛ a entena se ɛma entinimu yareɛ ne eni wonya enidi mu woyɛ bɛrima na wonya entinimu yareɛ nso a o stand the chance sɛ obenya nnamu mmerɛyɛ esan sɛ yɛn bɛrima no dompe bia enim ɛyɛ entini nko a enti sɛ wonya entini mu yare a etumi ma woyɛ mmerɛ ɛwɔ kata so sɛ woyɛ bɛrima ana sɛ mpo wakɔ hospital na doctor aka kyerɛ sɛ wonya entini mu yare a mepaakyɛw enko baabi a bɔmmɔden a sɛ wobɛma onsa aka Nerve Alive na ɛbɛboa ɛyi saa entinimu yareɛ ne ɔhaw ne nyinaa entinimu yareɛ koro na no ɛma wapɔso etimi ɛyɛ omrɛ enti ɛba saa nanante ho ayɛ den ɛde ama wo esan sɛ woyɛ hudwo mepaakyɛw unu nsunsanso wei nyinaa hwehwɛ Nerve Alive akyi akwan na ɛno ɛna Ghanafoɔ ɛnom yɛ wɔ mo edi ho adanseɛ wogye Grand Fortis na ɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ wunompem ɛne wapɔso no na wode Nerve Alive no so ɛsa entinimu yareɛ no sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wɔpom den no ebesipi na etumi asita ɛde ama wo na wogye enomienu kai na gye yɛduru a yɛfrɛ ne active detox no ɛyɛ ma wo bi a wɔnya enamu yareɛ broni frɛ ne STDs anaasɛ STI mepaakyɛw sɛ ɛyɛ gonorrhea kekayɛ anaasɛ enamu yareɛ bi a edunya enye gono bi akeke gono a adi wo so akyɛ bɛyɛ 5 years 10 years na wɔn mu nnura nkɔ no yɛwɔ Indiafoɔ aduru wɔ hɔ no ma yɛfrɛ ne active detox woma wo nsa ka active detox na ɛbɛbɔ na enamu yareɛ no ɛyi ne nyinaa ɛfiri hɔ nom sɛsɛ bio obɛma anaasɛ ɔbaa wɔ hemfie rashes agu hɔ nom ɛhɔ nom yɛ ɔhene utiti nsu fitaa bi anaasɛ ebi deɛ yɛ yellow anaasɛ obi mpodwu nso a na mogya edi akyiri sɛdeɛ enamu yareɛ di onya koduru bia no woma onsa ka yɛadu a yɛfrɛ ne active detox na ɛbɛboa na ɛyi saa ɔhaw ne nyinaa ɛde ɛfiri hɔnom kae na hyɛ ne nso sɛ ɔman Ghana ne ntokuro ne ne ntwea so wobɛnya yɛnnuro no bi atɔ na mmom fa yɛ namba no na wone ɛni nkɔmmɔ sɛ yɛbɔ yareɛ so anaasɛ yɛmmɔ yareɛ so no na ɛno nkyɛ sɛ yɛni yareɛ no aduro ɛwɔ hɔnom True Word Pharmacy wɔ ɛno bebree na ɛsan adagye nti no abibia yɛba yɛfa kakra bi na yɛtumi no adi nkɔmmɔ afa ho yɛn contact numbers no ɛyɛ 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and 059 558 2628 059 558 2628 and then so you better yashefo any atifu nyina ase se munya adagye ene bre ema True Word Pharmacy.
Major Real Estate Limited. What's that? Some papa biabo. Mama na papa. Brother, sister. Atina mafufi acha dodo. Ama wodan ka okra reboso na we maju. Ono ti na Major Real Estate fu say. Wo bread na so de wala be ye fiera. Wala kasa sudan. Uncle, men se so sika ko banko fi bi mo nji zo. Na san ko wasa so de ka ye adwuma wasana bo aka ho. E mi ti bra Major Real Estate. Na nyem be din komo. Wasika ka krebu botase. Yes spreading kind mo 1 year na tiaka. Insase ni na so wo krom. Wasanso ya lofole. Make sure fofofo. Awe wurade umpe we na upedi. Evo se abota. Ebi asase dey.
Obo Amasaman, Shy Hills, Queen City, Obom Newtown, Port Jase, Obom Mango City, Dentra, Obom Ashtown, and Asugakope.
Insase ni na so litigation free. No longer. Fully registered. Say your full payment. Get your 5 bags of cement and 200 pieces of blocks free. Only to frame one from a true freedom. Major Real Estate Limited. Mama Fiera.
Yefema na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi ama kame na to na twetweme binya 3p garlic misa no aboa me pa odunu asa miracle bi wadru no chese mafunu kra se die sia twimi ankasa me humi esi so first me humi anensi so obeka se die bibi hye me so bi no na ye normal mi bibi ne tinu mi tipa me sa 3 days ni na odunu ankasa de nyankopon de ayi bi ahodi chema ayi bi nyasa mketwa ana mse we de me fro aka so na me fa hye me nkwa no
me de abe fa 3 years ni ana asa me gina wa me na mu se sinya se me kwa me de ameko bi amu so much me dru abe 6 years ni o tema dizia me ya maji se ene me jaina saya le nem kumi preko ene 4 days ana me koto 3 garlic mixture ni tema me kase yankupo ni yam se ende ya me no kase me wa to me a me din wa me ntiase
3p garlic mixture ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e 02489288824 and 020100002.
Going to the library. Going to the library. Okay.
I'm going for my graduation. Go well.
Education changes stories, and being part of these stories is the real passion for us. MTN.
Kofi guys, Adek, Ewa, Sombo. Also, na nipa bro inside na mundress na enkono na abochoko wo wankone ya.
Oh. You home family back up. My hospital grandma, I catch him say malaria. Malaria news man, no man.
Also, the Eka Edu Herbal Clinic. Hey, malaria, Mobeto Neta. Would the Rubia Bawafan Edek Malakio mixture? Mamma Binano. Malaria Betani. Fever Betani. Edek Malakio mixture. Genome no Omoto.
Edek Malakio. Anu ding. Etumi malaria papa. Edek Malakio betimi fever no ho. Eti de yi hamme.
Edek Malakio mixture.
Ebema wonu atoso.
Edek Malakio mixture. Eye papa.
Enti hwe omoja mhu sa wo atridi ansa na wa fa atridi edu.
Apemfo abata wo manufo ne kwada wo ne fiedu mienu nka ho. Edek enkwa sombo FDA ahwe sa edwadie krato yi mu agya to mu se eye.
Hello Ghana. Payday is here. Stand a chance to win instant cash prizes on Review Scratch for Win. Up to 100,000 Ghana cedis to be won today. Get ready to play Review Scratch for Win to win big on TV XYZ. Stop scrolling and start winning. It's simple. Dial *850*6# on all networks. Choose your card type and select your lucky card for a chance to win big. Play with at least 5 Ghana cedis or more. You could win up to 100,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes instantly. Yes, you heard right. 100,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes. Don't miss out on the chance to win big. Dial *850*6# to play it now. Review Scratch for Win. Scratch it again. It is casting power. You must be 18 years and above to play. Terms and conditions apply. This game is regulated and approved by the NMA and Caritas Platform.
If I just say, a cotton store, a be a modified commercial, and a modified for a cocoto. But you're supposed to do an idea. I mean, you have a dinner.
Do I do chocolate down?
Oh, and now I be bit man.
All right, Yabemo Kwabena back here on TVXYZ as well as on Power 97.9 FM. You're like 50 minutes for our conversation, our biggest conversation this morning. And Yania just said, Yira Kwesia de Odike Ababeka in Samakachom say Ghana Sebi Nyansa for Bakopa no enono. Say Uti no now you political lens to Chaya. Obonsa na Junumudo or mine hodo. Ya say you so ni munia di ni dijuma. Or mine betumi enya ne ho faso bebre. Enu nti ne ye de ne badwabo ase dwumade ni so no. Sabi emfro bi akwa. Ye fresa bi animdefo a omo kasa ye betumi anya adesua every one sem kan ni mu. Enu nti anopai ye to nsafre Yira Kwesia de Odike. Ya ono ye founder of the United Front Party. Say the union government, yes, or in the document na nkasa ba mame he. Ame he book we no. So that's the union government. Yira Kwesia de Odike, or say a new philosophy for democratic leadership. Kwesia de Odike, or no publication awaye no. Yebeba so at the right time. And afi so enche Honorable Nicholas. You know ya Memphis East Mrashibe Jani Suba Bekayensa. But Odike, you already here, so welcome again.
Thank you, my brother. As you can see,
good. You're looking good.
Divine selection be a kind.
Amen. Yeah, that's it. You go straight to the topics because there was an emergency cabinet meeting over cocoa board crisis, you know, and the attorney said by 11 a.m. and the finance minister be address the nation on the measures the government plans to take to, as it were, revive cocoa board. But cocoa board crisis, no, if you hear far, and yeah, can you say if you are looking at reforms, I didn't see
Don,
Your Excellency.
Yamisha say, or the and so platform I say, Yane Ghana phone come also. Dedi Kano, on my Ghana partisanship, a sell mino at a very fast rate. Among state institutions, you draw a thin line between state institutions and government
responsibility.
Government architecture. Okay. And I say the organogram of the government. What I say? Eti ama political parties in who say ya to abama yen. Ya to ma yen no yen partner sponsor a candidate to win the election and form the government. Eti eyeyane amanyoko ni yadia. And over the 1992 basin no. Se washa abambia wo ba bia witness test all. One na ne krofon kwa afọmanu ejapade na aboyebo. All the institutions to some extent a state capture. Na omufi say yede o manama omu de omu na yede akwanye wo omanu mu bibia hwe omunsa. Eti don ama Kokobo abe a victim of this circumstance. And other state institutions. Ghana says state institutions don't na adwuma no maboka. But abamba no atola cruiser or the nipa kwotena na fe omo make the country. Hey, multi-party democracy. E the Ghana ekona chipa. Bankofo bi wo mu a wo mu na ye party mu mpanimfo any form for fee say enmu na mbedidie. But e say o man no. Before 1992 near Ghana Airways. Egu. Before 1992 near Black Star Line. Ship Makuma 20. Ebidian Cobra. Ene Sano Manuman Egu. near omnibus service authority na trotro ni krum egu na yewo about 600 factories ye matches Firestone car tire ni nyane ye wa ha wo magu ni nyina ejapade a ne wo nyina efriensa because of partisanship. Do you know why? America for bet my multi-party democracy. A human environment to mu and no mindset and a boama sanction a 2 year tomorrow. But as the force will be the fear, you know, a say will be fear. Yanni per our traditional settings and it traba setups na one. Yakofa sanction ba any year. Democracy is a template. Krobia telani there to suit the environment, the culture, the mindset of the people. But what you say? Ghana is an ethnocentric country. The tribal be in yake and one boom and yanda and Tiasiaba could say, you bet my trasa sebacoso. San Tiasiana Yano. I was saying, she say, ya, a be foster more unity. Not kakakakra, ye diffuse from our mindset. Tribalism. Let me as a cementing agent. I ever can abom one common agenda as a nation. I pursue the challenges I have on my way, regardless of where you are coming from. Good. That's what I say. But say, unfortunately, you are mama not your position. Now I say Kufuor have family and friends, government. Or by so many institutions are Nikrom for baby and number for of which we yenim and you have been also catch there. Your call, you won't confer the daddy that if you may walk Ghana as is yan. Where to opposition, no condemn way or buy another no condemn no by fire no yet. And the environment in say Galam say, you could quite do me free up. Your mamma saw by fighting a bit seen there. Galam say Guswa, senior man. They tell me they're free on. If a second of fortune back and shed a deep woman, so say, and she said, a or maybe our constitution, and order the steps and the mindset of the people. Per this constitution, 1992 constitution, you know, yet the powers in now command the central government. It's a mawa selfish, and I trigger down. A bagan of food so it everybody a selfish inclined our man women and a down man was saying a cabo muyano says will be a baby from mine he says say baby be a boy mine you be a didn't say our sagan and baby man our right and our obligations you are right as a Ghanaian and our obligations to Ghana but young kind there be a right. Your obligation is to contribute to the advancement of this country. That's what you say. Cocoa board. If you're not a demand by your demand or the Nipa now, and so many of the institutions. To you Nipa we are. Dear Omadri Muna, woman say, a quamber never first will be just carefree cocoa board room. At your boy, a man who couldn't you move on. When a boy can say, Pa, unfanokoye a CEO. We mumfa nkoye board chairman mumfa we na technocrats ne kwa oro near pa cocoa buying company you from say LBCs no LBCs yeah see your mama appoint obi a on e koda woman no and one randia benya big time issues omu frame meeting kwa we nko we frame meeting and we nko and aye rivalry kese e cocoa board Mina cocoa board senka ye hwe cocoa board su ya kaba now kosi enya cocoa board bank mo ka osaba na ye cocoa board bank aka cocoa board na kwatimi ewrezi ni sika ye dey e to di cocoa ba ye de enwawa ho ama cocoa board anye yi aba bia ba no abewrewre cocoa board ho sika or contract and niema basa cocoa board ska enyufa cocoa board nsem nya agro go there right now we will land cruisers the cars are pack over 1,000 cars na kwafo na do cocoa no mo fa cocoa awuanom mi lo krontimi ntomi no cocoa price me could do $13,000 per metric ton.
Yeah.
Scalabadi and penny fry in the bazaar. Yes, you saw crown. No cocoa board, banks and a formal consortium, local banks and a formal consortium to provide funds for cocoa purchases. Kalabulenti, yes, you acquire what friend say? Syndicated loan.
Yeah, sure.
A very scanner to go from Butcher in dollars. A bar no more business, no more the amount and some factor. We know everything. Cocoa board, I am people near this in a guno. And this in people whom you're in a guno. Let's call the spade and not big folk. Woman, you cocoa board as an institution, I also serve the interest of the nation. Woman, you cocoa board as a money machine. Woman for more government, I want to make a good to be about the policy, but Sakoto. Now, America cocoa board. Now, Mkoye. I heard say, now, you're Randiabe, Unyabotre. Said your Bab on Tibet Church and me happy, me comfortable.
Oh, I didn't.
Onya PR.
Okay.
I'll be any of a Babonting. Because some of the explanations are convincing. Says your mamma, one won't to me, well, Minister, your childhood friend. We know. But now, so also reset Ghana. You don't crowd yourself with fair weather friends. It says, Ama, the kind of confidence I Ghana for Nyamawo, the kind of hope I Ghana for Nyano, and let us put this on record. Cocoa board is not under Ministry of Agriculture.
No more.
It is under Finance Ministry.
Yes.
It says here, Obia, where Minister of Agric, and Yama Kosono, Onimu Mama, you make this clear to everybody. Now, Cocoa, Kose, ye, or my serious one. And can you say rely on its export on its crude form?
Yeah.
Say ya di cocoa beans never call raw. Say oh my is serious cause about now. Ya research cocoa research atlas and we say if you 13 items.
Yeah.
And a cocoa beans. You bet me the eye and then no. Cocoa hand cry medicine.
Yeah.
But and 4 years a my politician or by no about wash beans in us. Do Benyas can't me DBA no jawako. It meant to me minimum cocoa board.
The value addition in
value addition in value chain employment, you know.
Good.
And you're gonna form penny for us. Now, how long? And now the raw material be could gamma so the beer, amo beer on Sebio, one tar, would you have ye? Above food himself, ye say cocoa beans, one tar, yet to be fine your way. It's a babyano, price and Efra treaty. But what I say?
Yeah.
It is a cocoa or take your piasso. If you are not so, you do curious about all maintenance, Nesiapro.
No Prugunqua.
No Prugunqua. Eti cocoa bob a benya from Via. Dedi kind, I was a cocoa processing, Yedoko educational curriculum. Now, you this any gold. Bauxite, Nissan Manina, Yedika, educational curriculum from Jersey. So, look at the primary cry doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now I'm from Cranim Fat and Yama woman and Yama we are seeing a competitive advantage, you know. Yamfa Yanko ni processes and we are Mabunu school come because we must use what we have to get what we want.
Beautiful.
What I say? Now, a one Yama research near Dinano, a university graduates in Asia. It will be about one time with near government of Abuano because our knowledge, you know, knowledge is power.
Beautiful.
Or not to set up in the business through this value addition chain, no, not the beer about the bra. We saw better now and credit I engage with your political expediency. You pay scantem, you pay wintem, and now man, you're Janissa. Dear who power your bra woman say, and your ma. Ye well endowed. A young minas, I am media at Chayeno. ya dwene nkɔ so sɛ baabi akɔtɔn no ndako omka to mu ntɔ biom a yɛ bɛyɛ den yɛ de mu sika hyew bum kwasane mama mo no ɛna Ghana mpanimfoɔ ani gye ho bum kwasea na mama mo no ɛno kwa na Ghana foɔ ani gye ho and they will come back to us and say cocoa price kɔ fam cocoa price kɔ fam ɛdeɛ bɛ na wo a wo de ano de yɛ nyansa bɛ wo sua free cocoa na wo na wo se wo de bɔ ho sabrane sɛ wo na wo produce no cocoa no de na wo de yɛ wo timi fa nya hwe na de obɛtɔ no na fa nya de mbere wo mum yensua nyansa wate na baabi a Ghana yɛ de ne nam no yɛti global competitiveness no ya yira ya fon kwan no na sɛ kɛni ankasa yɛ wo value chain for cocoa. Do you know what is going to happen? We have competitive control over it. Okay, say gold ya di Kwabena no ne kotono in a raw form no. Say add value to every gold Ghana wa. And Nigeria for baby two ya gold chains. Na me na me president eka gold ornaments. Kwa fa so di gold ya ni ma no. Kekwe educational curriculum da my gold market kese showroom na workshop actually showroom ya designing the fabric sakakaka etoto so bebre eti we gold production no we do gold yo change ni ya o shop e wo ha wo de we display obi a display o the Nigeria for ba wo be two chain ring free akọ Rwanda for ba way for it every day foreign currency pour into the country automatically. That will be the foreign currency bagana.
I said gold board for a similar move. Maybe I'm called the large scale because and there how many Gold Coast refinery in this partnership, refine gold in Waha. And then again almost our gold board jewelries all over. And also no shall see and melt gold into ornaments and jewels. And they it's a step in the right direction.
So what we need to do now, and you gold board asem. I was saying and Ibia who adia a quite first you gold France.
Gold in the way assassin with you. Thank you, gold no go be a crane to be.
Meba
ho gold adia kakrabi.
What meba ho. A quite first you gold France asim. You bet my sakata assassin so.
Yeah.
And we are one. Extraction of the mineral and land reclamation. After commercial trees, Berna, you go free swap, you do a ye. About what I say, then Yensa can gold, no. My co squat, I actually say, gold, no, ultimately your ring, timidity, chain, timidity. Your son school, a bad part of my way of life.
Good.
About what I say. A gun of war, say, a member of Ghana, a moon 90%. I was say nimdie we ya
nke beti omo mining pits in the crowd so
bebe
crab bi na be mining no na afi dodo no will go into the production
na mining no cry kan
yeah
gold no I will form ko be 1,000 feet
yeah
but any technology in the rain 5 feet na ya twam na ya da hoko eti ba bia galam so fo asa ni nyina ya ka se nya the right technology ni akọ wo machi a you be gold be brasel de mo yi dadan because a code deep but the way na ye ya do se be kon ye de we mon ko gold board for ehia gold kakra mo de be bia near the export near big net TV so any export to say gold the free mpoano ha e ko Burkina Faso Niger Mali e kwa Guinea no nya gold wo me ba to say na gold no enyama dodo se ne de ye apart from chain ye the mobile phone in your baby gold wo
there are so many gold plated ornaments and
we don't care now all your minds are how do you expect the country to develop it depends on man we are not investing in our people how can we develop as a nation if we don't have what it takes to develop our people to harness their potentials. Don Kokobo eya na ya mi ya papa se ba na kwa ko se Kokobo o one bank Kokobo bank as a kwani ye carry kokwa or ko banga ko gini sika we haulage ama cocoa board bank and the betri awka wo kra no ama cocoa board bank and ado transaction na abefa afei export proceeds ebeba de cocoa board bank a commercial bank obi atimi operate osusu bi eti wo ma no profit omunya no then they reinvest the money into the cocoa sector.
Don't you think say the same mandate in Tina yet ADB
a general agricultural development bank,
yeah, but in cocoa specific
and not necessarily for agric now. And I'm say agric is a long-term investment, you know. Bank need to be more acquire for, because about that loans for it access to credit to farmers. The mandate of the bank, you know, has been diluted. And you man go yo don't celebrate my call ADB some kwa because agric loan a long-term investment. It will say the man will be about 10-15 years for repayment. Scanner at down a one and I bind a bit my cash. It's covered there. One farm running macra for and you madma now after 10 years then they start repaying. It's not there. It is for access to credit a big issue over this country.
What are you expecting to hear from the finance minister later or in address now?
Number one, you will run the be madam for. But per the SCC, I'm expecting say minister because say omo reshuffle because me na me himself sports na ni way to
okay.
It is like ya danya ne naka despite the fact that so ye do madam for also obo anadam for no dey call sports eka obi abe applaud no because some appointment we ehun from doors and around the na koko the dey and around the ya titi bebrebe beja do mama na anya na konwa wa be kasa ati mu kra ye ne tamfo.
Oh,
I'm telling you because sycophants etwa no ho ahia no
na ne na the reset agenda no what is it meant to achieve
na reset be na aba the appointment we own wine in new bottle a reset no and kana my thinking is say
okay
e bia ka obeka Ghana nyina abom no was select the best to take positions to change the face of the country but acquire NDC
and now per all inclusiveness be sir
we can say we reset to man and NDC for na do mu reset you
sir
set you say ya dream a door of politics more. There must be a thin line between government and then the party sponsored candidate. That's what I say. And this is for the sponsor of mama man buy. But to buy a government says I was say NDC pull back. Now the mama selected the best, the cream of the cream to help him to succeed. Or succeed their credit. Now very never buy NDC for. It's the mama success. And yes, I'm more demand. The mama sources are a beboa, a man DC, a Jan national. And yes, sir, and this for allow him to choose the cream of the cream to implement the policies, a bit mania impact on society. But where the Yani Abayaba Party Chairman Koda Constituency Secretary Koda. You didn't sign your put 2 square pence in round holes. I've near 3 bossa. And I mean, who said, was it Wapao?
Odikaso, which man, I may try to that advisory committee,
Now, who call you ministers? One consultant advisory committee. What was it, Uncle Four? Said you'll be a novice, and I don't want to go, baby. Now, don't want to go, we are very advisory committee for what? If I were to be the president, Mina, I can make him pay for first. Woman by advice, me no. Member president, woman by advice, me no me you move first. And send my appointment to be a. No matter to me say for my agenda nie. Most of them in film and for ben and say, the people processor say, when we dear ni mu boam, ebe kan ye ho a. you bet my achieve. Yeah. Obi say Pierre Nimnom, or economist, or you renowned. Obi my to say catch way me friend soon the bine Niama or ya or be finance minister be boy. If he sank for the first. Now go you ministers in Yona and some catch say umra me advice. E dey advice do because what's the boys akugu baby a pedada. On the 2 man pedifo na he had mu refi say Ghana for na subordinate your interest to that of his official one when you to me do pen obey but power transient. Yeah, what I say? Eti don Kokobog is rather unfortunate. All right, such successive government and to me and transfer mayanye and shaya ebema Kokobog etimi a processing in Niama said the Mabubu bebre sui ama Kokobog aye profitable venture and Nisika some crab anymore the whole West Africa crown sebi country be crack or pebbles and can Kokobog a bit mabo.
Mamina was UDK. Mesa back to you. Maybe we'll talk about the upcoming also by elections. No, any the NDC's positioner almost a take here on their candidates. So now Baba Jamal is the candidate of the NDC going into that elections. But Honorable Nicholas Amankwa, Amenfi East, Mrashebedweni, Honorable. Ufoto that flyer is who papa to so who found the abets na here. Nyamie shroud. Akwaba.
Yeah, I don't.
Let us say, boss.
Nyamie I don't.
Yeah, that's a pa. So straight to this Kokobod issue and what as I know na eyama mobile no atochima kakra minim se ohun ni sa dia but
atochima pa na kakra.
So nyabotre.
Oh nyabotre. Na kan na kwafo dia say what?
Amenfi East is also it's a rural cocoa growing area. Honorable Nicholas Amankwa, your views on this.
Dominda was na minchia when we tea for no washe for no pe na minchia His Excellency Honorable Juma Obode Boagana na minchia me constituent. That's the good people of Wasa Amenfi East. Na nanoma trankunyo ani obi bia me party paying for led by Chairman Nana Kofi Atochi, my MC and the entire party faithful. Don, Oshe, start here maybe is excellent this year na matwa Yero dike ekase Yera John Dramani Mahama nanka as part of the reset agenda no nanka yese all inclusive. Na oka fan baby no or right. But I see a sound boy Yera John Dramani Mahama baso say ono no ye president ya to abama na memo da sronko so many a time ye to abama wa na who said politically and no man na ye say you're moving from even the electoral process to governance no who difference but that is Excellency John Dramani Mahama no ye who difference is the reason why I work economic advisory committee no who share the members are John Dramani Mahama diaba me see been see that it cut across all political device. Yura Kwame Mpianim, a renowned economist. We know where he's coming from. We share Dr. Kwabena Prah, economist from our end. We hear Samuel Son, Jonah, private sector leader or industrialist. He's not an NDC known party faithful. Dr. Henry Kofi Wampa, a former governor of Bank of Ghana, Togbe Afede, which is a renowned chiefer who is also a business person. These are the you can name them Professor Jenano Pokwajima, Professor Priscilla Chumesibuafo, Professor Patient we see Abo. These are the crop of people. Yera Ato Forcing, the working finance minister, Munia Kanwa, His Excellency Kanwa. Yet show Maya, Yera John Dramani Mahama as part of the reset agenda. No, Nadia Bioya Stronko, Nanka Yera sent conform Umra and Sana Watiwin. I remember government countries not like that. Yeria statutory no before bet me appointment be no statutory no appointed council of state members. I'll be seeking advice from them in terms of giving some appointment. You're John Dramani Mahama waye. Council of state members who share the membership ordinary known to me can say purely partisan. So you're John Dramani Mahama ye. Inti way idea or they become is an advice. But I see a bonabaso say it's a novel. It has never happened in this country. Say year to aberie as NDC or MPP. Year really near chichiro mino. Niemfa obi onim di obeboa. any political party there under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na waye. Ni ebona baso say the reset agenda all kind of and your fluke and your rhetorics practically Ghanaians are experiencing it. Coming to a cocoa issue I'm coming from a cocoa grown area.
Okay.
We share yen Amenfi East constituency ye papa ne maame no makuafo me anso me ye cocoa farmer nipa. Now we share ye cocoa ho nsema. Si yes mpanyimfo si ye di jawa na ye di asoa is the reason why Ghana fo nyina call on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so onye ni ye maya si de na ye rodike ka se affect ye yamemu na ye gitum ba ne pa no na ho no obako break akrama ye agi gitum ni se amemu no ye betumi ayenti na omode mai pa reflo me das enti agi gitum ni se ye di jawa na ye di asoa na kente sa ye beka se Ghana the backbone of this economy Ghana ye success ni na no na ye cocoa until His Excellency John Dramani Mahama baya or the novelty and that thinking outside the box yedi cocoa board abeka ho sisi a wo hwe a gold board abeka ho gold nso ye den eboa yen enye sa na ke rely on timber bauxite gold manganese ni nyina atwa mu ko ya cocoa de ono na na rely because
ntwamu bauxite de mo de anwan ne kwa bochire koton
de me chere ne se ntwamu se meka se the impact no economically, what cocoa board was giving us, look at the inflows, syndicated loan, a backroom ha, and then a boy stable a city. Sisia, you're thinking outside the boxer, you had the gold board aba. Near Fin Yabedia, a young per se the Jawane, the Aswanti, ye politics film. Now, MPP form your press conferences, Nina, ye, I didn't see cocoa board when we were leaving office 2016, done. Na uba cocoa board na set ye wo equity positive equity cocoa board senko japade no mo tom no manyina o mate o mo ka kanfaso no we left ye run na now do ne yura baomia 1.8 billion Ghana cedis as positive equity when they were leaving office 2024 year John Dramani Mahama they left us a negative equity of 3.4 billion Ghana cedis a cap. In the history of this country, we have a company called PBC, Produce Buying Company. Ghana Japadia and Kasa ya buying the Ayatoko was PBC. Ayura Baomian and Anado Konegu. Oba Cocoa Rose. When you come to my constituency, my current challenge is a Cocoa Rose. Omodo Omosako Kan Francia, what is it? Oko the Rampon, Wako Pon Valley, Wako Wasamampon. Done. Not a dime was Emraim was Central. Excellency, okay. On the honorable Juan. Who share I done? Nothing, not even a dime was committed to the contract. More His Excellency, the road minister, the finance minister, or the minister Abasu say. As we speak, done a team across grounds. I'm going pick a corner near repackage a rose na abayna bayamae. Who share jute saxa? Ye, abayma cra. Emma just say, abegu aye the yeden. It's Osha, Nina Jina, so you buy and so what are we doing to tell the cocoa farmers say a kaya betu yenye? No more, we are not going to lament, but we have every responsibility to account to you. No more, we are creating na ocheba majiatum. But Sedanka His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, his leadership, the quality of leadership being displayed. Under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Bomono, so we winya kwenya so want to mean for arrogance and some. And nothing in the year to forcing. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama called emergency meeting, cabinet meeting to address these issues of which the finance minister Yerato forcing and on the Ghana for near Kwabena say how we are coming here Pamacho and no my bet to your name yet you have a talk but nam see bet me and Tiben ye no more fan and say Coco for 15 equi side your way being CBM when ye bay my Cocoa farmer ni benye ni je na odi aye adwuma no na ye mfaso de ama Ghana ne o man ni nyina na ye ho atoye abra ye kwan ye ma free fertilizer ye ma free sealing no okuani no so kwati cocoa ni ba when a good price promised by the government na aboa ma ye cocoa ho no man nyina to because cocoa ye no ma bebre a aban no so ene ye wura finance minister nwieni e mo say ye mfa cocoa no nko eye exporto in the raw state bebre si de ye ni biem sisi a price of cocoa world market are dropping but me the chocolate at world market maybe and drop here so idea here add value to what we have here we will not be complaining. And now don't the omni say a wet market cocoa price not dropping no. A buying so because say eba beto kanya de no. So more private investors now they are into the cocoa buying now. Into private investor and so to cocoa na the rate organ as say dollar no the corner on so the private investor will not be interested in trading the cocoa beans. Because you speaking every private like is a sense of the kewa hay na juma bi o ye no bia no the ultimate way ni say obenya private profit say obenya profit wo ne juma odi so enti yera John Dramani Mahama no pay akwanya yenya me sre akuafo me constituency am fees and Ghana nyina se e poma chew aban ne share boss ye be mo bo papa as I ever told the dollar as at that time, you know, we gave them a foreign price, you know. O come a constituency and all constituencies say cocoa grain a year we or Ghana ha a buying no free distribution of fertilizer, a buying all share cocoa inputs say agrochemicals, o call a really side near denina prices now drop it about former quenin no until say a crisis by say or the cocoa no kwa challenge kakrano. We are in to solve problems in Ghana, including that of the cocoa farmers and assurances and then kwa we no na kwa fuati asemde momanya hoden ne ho farmer e de ayo majuma wie eno ti na ban ne say sisi a kompa because say yera kufuado ne ambetwa mu koye omo mismanage eye cocoa ni ntino ekuafo no motivated to go into cocoa farming into aban na kasa so say see the na menim say yero dikemu omo no me mpemfo yenyi ye ba benyi kakre ho bi say na aban na adua cocoa o come ye a ye o CMB na aban na fa ne workers ni ade na omo dua sisi ayera John Dramani Mahama through the agric minister so ya de aban na ni so ade ho so 2026 mu no ye be yes ade na aboa magana ye miti the expected tonnage no let me aboa ma ye sika na de aba ekuremu nti ye papa ne ma makuafo ye srem say how be ya aba no mo fanche de beto ye na mana basa
I'm not going to complain. I'm say MP be ka say me ma me no come dem me salary be ma mo na I say no me say it's dead on arrival
dead on arrival who free parliament so but then now Roads and Highways Minister was on the floor answering questions FI and Roads and Highways sector no before then Swami interchange Abba and scrutiny said the reduction in size of the interchange from 4 to a 2-tier ebe defeat the purpose ebe serve minim more rashibe jefi and then random or to so Emma further and better particulars as to how the interchange will go and the general politics around it and how do you see it. But before then, that's on Tuesday. Now Greek minister who was on the floor to answer questions about our food security. And the GSS report, statistical service reported by said, people are suffering to get food. Any I don't know. 13 million. Food insecure. Good. On that, the assurance from states, indeed, under the reset agenda, Sanyama Wenina Nebeko to help in amount for social living.
Okay. But your mind was starting from food insecurity.
Good.
Who share the sector minister responsible for agric Yera Erikopoku.
Good.
Who share the presentation on the floor. See the ones when he only say he's ready for the job and he's really performing.
He's delivering on the job.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And who share the response? Now the ni say propaganda be a baby ano baby a Ghana do those propaganda days next muma. Yera Nitiu. I mean the former Minister of Defense. Is it Nitiu or Ambrose Dari? Nitiu, yeah. The former Minister of
Interior.
Exactly. Nitiu, the former Minister of Defense. Ono ne kasa mo no so also kan eto minister so say propaganda bi a yenuanom bi mu ye ne krom ana say nsem bi e koso nte sa. E bi say eburaba emo no as MP no ye kasa no 2,000 bags of maize. Na mom si de ono 2024. Now they come market near turn 1,000 to 1,000. 12 million, 10 million old Ghana city no. Sisi no so omo de omo bro no come marketer. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama amemwo no ye turn 400 cities. Inti akurafo no ilusu. Enu nti na omo kipu omo aduane no. and yewura minister nso ka say honorable Rashid Papu owura ha no so so several bags of maize omo ope atofo.
There's a parliament of farmers phone.
Exactly. I'm also missing me media kitwa.
How many bags are open?
Media nye media ni cocoa nemme.
Okay.
Yeah, media cocoa nemme. It will share response here, but not just say aduane aba. Na kwani no mpo no say o de koton no. Eya onim say price no be lose into okipu. The obe take advantage nso akoton wo kwani ono so. O de ba be dun kran a na aduane ne boy den ayedin. And then the minister man say, "Idea we have to aso. Inti abind the solution about solution is say, buffer stock. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama through the finance minister has allocated 100 million. So mo de beto aduane ne ade no. Edia ba na abind na kipu
100 million cedis.
100 million cedis.
Patron paper na.
100 million cedis for the start omo dia momo na sisi omo call market kromo won say they need more funds see bet me abo ama omo ton we ni no aban no besa reimburse them we so say aban no every district and now say like Greater Accra we are coming to create a farm gate like omo wo bodjas ni ade omo de omo yiba ye ba omo marketer omo de produce ni be ba ho street aban be so pono de about street no ma be ton no bi anton no one form for no am ton no aboden so and the aduane ni de abu because so share aduane na abu prices so aba form na see dey be to get to the people no na ye challenge but ni na wo hwe we a your road challenge inti aban ibaye as the various districts no the drip machine you utilize say kwani ni benya access road no de na aduane na aba krom or the aduane ne ba wow kotono so aketu ya to say ye road case no ye adwuma na oje ebia 2000 and another address so okodwoma enso and ye John Dramani ma wa manage economy ni ma businessman tie no wa na some that say Ghana's inflation will be hitting 3.8 as we speak. So anya impact on salary so as a businessman not me planning under His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo but you know the kebet me at plan say within the space of 3 months this is how the dollar is going to behave. It is why spend it will drama you the keno on ombre under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So farming the farmer and the consumer the omo linker you John Dramani Mahama through the sector minister of agriculture you be here near resolve na duane a farm gates ne dey ba no etumi aba bedu tofo na abobo ano na ne bo nso aba form coming to the roads
thank you
o share you Gavin Abuja me bonabaso his responses to questions on the floor of parliament and adwuma all here practically and here John Dramani Mahama it will go down in history say under this fourth republic here John Dramani Mahama why president waba in terms of governance all here ni and he saying governance as we know a continuous process aban bi o ba two projects say na aban that be ya on here oba me constituency 2016 under here akwesi upon for former local government. He was the MP then. MP then, President Mahama was the president. Kokros the bria, MPP na now the Bauma Metwaso, Uko Apian Quantes, bring Kotie, Uko Bochebesi, name. They just left it there like that. But Yera Mahama Bayano, he came to inherit what is it? This road called Sawem. In Sawem
stretch.
Exactly. Obayano, no Mako Jiska. Over $200 million omo koji ene buy no omo spend this canary ba na road no ye it took His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the road minister to make sure say they will get the needed fund to support the contractor to complete the road as you speak hwede kwan ye kaswo to Uniba road ye ba beto ye as governance known to be continuous process ye to aso ye extend it in the Cape Coast coming from the western region as a westerner is going to benefit me see ye dualizing a kwan no right from Uniba straight to Takradia is going to help me under era what is it John Dramani Mahama na Asanteman say MPP 4 say Asante 4 otumfo mo se binana omo ya omo bone a omo pe kwan bi so omo betumi aka na ye say bibi ha omo na omo tumi nka nti ade papa bi aba e fa na kwan ho a na omo asoma sensu buachi kroya na express road ye boss so see e be ye kwan papa. Me when coming from constituency, I would have loved to use Kumasi, but they be a hono casa kesiano mofa containers near there no. So the road is always busy. That would have been the shortest route. But Miss Ronti mean to me for her. Here John Dramani Mahama announced road no. Even though I'm coming from Western region, by a body of mine. intimate GA see a year babua or no about said there be road now beno the end they said to me sure letter cry a call flash house and then can you and guasie say and come casamuno yes or can say you're John Dramani Mahama yes some day say swami interchange ye beye yen to me and ye na me minister Yero Sechebo Mensa Bonsu, the former leader of government business, the former majority leader, the constituency, Yenya Yera Yamami Fremo Pare, Aofi Ashanti region, all these cabinet ministers, we couldn't do it. But you know you'll be able to do it because of what you are doing in your first year in TSL, maybe you could do and Yamaye. Sana ya oman chichire. Na uko jina na bayana ba say, what you almost said, is it Abita or Abit Road? Say, oh yeah 40 year. And I buy our bar or say no. We have 40 na. Cars na ko Burkina. Cars na ko Northern. We don't load you at the creators near the. They will use interchange now. We have some mama traffic no cross aba more. So you reduce no. You build roads are outside Kumasi. So those heavy trucks no will not even use the what is it? They will not use interchange, you know. Normal you use Asket Road no Kumasi.
Outer roads.
Outer roads no. Normal I'm a traffic congestion crime because when him say before see about interchange, you know. One, yeah, run about ne reduce traffic. Yeah, you run about few on traffic next time across road. Near see a traffic light. You see traffic light now still to control traffic now. And then you interchange. Interchange is there to solve traffic situation. In 240 years, all these big trucks, no, it is even dangerous. Until we are planning, say, a better roads, outer, outside Kumasi, no more. Near you Sueno for the tower. So, by Nabaso. All right. In your 4 years, what did you do for the good people of Ashanti region? KJT market, we can pride ourselves with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Over Kumasi Airport, phase 2. We can pride ourselves with. We are Sewa Hospital near the under your regime. What did you guys do? On the roads, the Melbourne constituency, as I rightly stated, MPP in their 8 years, read NDC, read the Takwa, Bogoso, the Kwayan Free, Ekosefi, Wabansima, Elembele, Apimenim, stretching in Western region. What did they do for us? So it's under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We are benefiting from the dualization, which I've already talked about, and Obama constituency, as we speak, several roads has been earmarked. Yet this year, urban roads from Takrady, our region, almost come constituency here, Aqua Komaki roads are Abayano Baba Yamaye, Emma Wasam and Fi Isin, so yeah, Abayana the old channel, so yes, I can. So the good people of Ashanti region, Omofa Akuma Pani or Do. Entire John Dramani Mahamachi and all other regions, 16 regions, say development. Best check Emanaso Biaso. Emma Euro declare this wadi who Yama Wakuna Amanone or no one business say yeah, can Yamanka Ghana transform under the resetting agenda led by John Dramani.
Nicholas Amankwa, Honorable MP for Memphis. Honorable, honestly, me too, Chairman, we are a very good communicator. You know your acts, and that's the beauty of these conversations. Unyo Bia, Sabina Junimudwa. Man komono eni nkyerɛkyerɛ no etumi temamufo ne etiefo nti ana mo ahye ne nso ama ye friend Nicholas Amankwa Amenfi East Member of Parliament odike so back to Swami and afi what's the other one in power
food insecurity.
Yes, good.
Before Beko you know mo Ashanti region me pese me kama moti ase se Kufuado ebedi asantema abro pa nti asenso bo atun be keka nsem bia ma mumfi wo me ti kuma se amebo Kufuado achi no me be ye enemy e ma MPP for because na kuma se Kufuado e ba ye keke no de wa ye no event center obeginani wa me bibia ma to the extent say Kufuado timi gina hotel FM catch say musumo pa akwan man somonsa some koto abama me edi minwan mo Ashanti region MPP anya religion me kwa me nya religious. I believe in myself and God me be obia no betima catch say spiritually betima e bibia ma me. It's not true. Oyamo amoye say me somo oboye say ejapade a waya maye no yemfa di su ne ban ehwe so na moa ye nyina. What you say? Eti political party and your religion and the partisanship and the Ghana. and I still stand by this. Look, seminar me president and can national buffer and can win
buffer stock.
Yes, we need private. I would say empower private buffer stock companies. I would say yedema private. You should know. I catch champion time. JK Menu Ash Food Court, na a private company. City Food, na a private company. Omadmo mo yan say. Omo to talk a buone money sa no mani nyina. Na bayama cooperative bank. Amo muska. Etibia yes odike food distribution. Ya the 50 secondary school so wa chantre jama. Mo mo aduane akopum be makwan. Locally produce foodstuffs. Muntiani ye. Eti ya chest secondary school sune aban baby aban na efidi bia no hospitals ya chama sa companies na wo na di nuane ekọ. Eti competition enka sa institutions ni na any general public ne ba ye no aban atwe ayisa ehọ na frim.
Yeah.
E pa what you say?
It's our pressure na free aban so.
A free system num.
Okay.
Eti your consistency in the pricing. Say year no, you say beto aburo 8,000 efra for you 28,000 throughout the whole year. Said you took koko. Me pa what you say? Eti kwani no, odo a wonim say wodo 10 acre be man 4 bags ah. And last year was me do 20 acre na ma double misika. Me pa what you say? Eti kwani no ready market assurance. Eti surplus no ehona na yebema food distribution for abem for West African market. If I what you say, what it means is say Ghana here 300,000 metric tons of maize for the whole year. We can produce 600,000 metric tons for the rest of African market. That's what you need champion to buy. It in the time no, not your mama papa export to more other countries. Nakwafo aduane no available for other countries. Burkina Faso no mo ba paga na vrongo anum na befa aduane ni tomatoes ekọ Burkina ene aban atwe ne ho ama omana gija ama say Burkina for the tomatoes ene Niger for brain.
The tomatoes no kra no yam si o kakra bi na tinsuo. And they say Dabi, yeah, the tinsu.
Ghana, the tinsu. And say, variety na eduano. Water content no, 90%. And a Burkina the no no, a fiber no, 90%. It is also Burkina tomato. Now to be look at now suya, and more than them pro. By the water content no doson. It would be a production. But you should be good. And son when you do the production no aboka. When you Ministry of Agric. Or some of them, not the entire man called Burkina tomato. No, my son, now, mammy, tomato juice. No, Odikoya guy. Don't,